Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Let me
Merry everybody.
Merry mimosa.
Yeah, so it's Christmas. We're having mimosas. The weather outside is frightful. I mean, seriously, there's a tornado going on out there.
Yeah, mate.
But the fire is quite delightful.
Quite, a little bit.
At the moment, it is catching, and we have called the fire brigade.
Yeah, it's catching, but we've only got a few seconds.
So we're making this quick. Yeah, we better get on and record this show. So hello and welcome to the 3T RPG podcast. My name is Harrison Christmas Hunt, and with me is James Santa Clark.
Hi. Ho, ho, ho.
And it's everyone's favourite ho, it's Nick Lamley.
Hey, hello everybody.
Alright, so yeah, if you can't tell, this is an RPG show all about tabletop RPGs, and today we're going to be doing our awards show, our yearly illustrious event.
Yes,
so
sexy event.
We've got champagne cocktails with cheap Prosecco, and as a result, it's going to be a good time. But we're going to do our usual segments as well, but if you just want to skip to the awards, skip to the following timestamp.
39 minutes and 44 seconds. Yay!
But yeah, we're going to do feedback, what you've been slaying, the main subject, which is going to be 3T RPG Awards 2021, and then I've got a bit of Jim Bim AI Salabim. Now we'll talk about what that is later, and then we're going to close with your Christmas questions.
Good.
Your Kringle questions.
So we do some feedback.
Yes.
Feed it.
The feedback side. The feedback side. Yes, bitch, the feedback side. Feedback, bitch. It's the Christmas feedback section.
Yeah, we take your comments and read them out. Yeah, feedback, bitch.
So this isn't really feedback, but I just wanted to talk quickly about on the Discord server that we have. One of our listeners recently said that he's been on a couple of dates with a bloke and found out this bloke was a furry. Now, I said that he should have attended some cons with him, seen what the lifestyle's all about, and then he could report back and come on.
We got an insider.
What did he do? He fucking ghosted him.
No.
What?
And by
The
that, I don't
furry-
mean dress up as a ghost and go to the furry convention.
No. He's ghosted him because of his furry tendencies.
Right, and he had a prime opportunity.
Could have an
there.
insider.
Fuck's sake.
Could have had a roving reporter.
Got a
never-
furry insider.
So, but so if anybody out there, you know, if you are dating a furry, get in touch.
Yeah, please. We need the details.
We need the details. So, we did. Speaking of feedback, last episode we reviewed Crystal Heart, the worst thing in the world. So, I've been in contact with the writer of said book. Right now, I've got to be honest. What I hate is when somebody gets in contact. And, you know, they've written a book, we've reviewed it badly, and then they end up being really nice. This has been one such situation. But we're not really going to talk about what he said. I mean, it's needless to say, he didn't enjoy the episode. Let's put it that way.
What?
Yeah.
But, yeah, he wants to come on and actually speak about it. He says he felt that we didn't treat him or his product with respect. But I will say this. But I don't want to respond to it on here. I want to actually get him on and talk to him. But I will say this. I think we did treat it with respect because we only really talked about the product. We didn't say he's a terrible person.
Well, maybe we
But
should.
he's not a very good writer. However, I will say this. He did translate Savage Worlds into Hebrew for the 6 people in Israel that play it. So that's
that's a pretty big deal.
But he's done some good work as well as Crystal Heart. So next up, Banjo, he comes in with a feedback saying about Crystal Heart and our criticism of its weaponry. So in that book, you work for an organisation called Sin, and the weapons were just called Sin Sword, Sin Gun, Sin Boat.
Yep. Sin energy.
He kind of rightly pointed out, how are you supposed to know you can use a sword in Crystal Heart unless they put the Sin Sword in there? And I tell you how, you do one paragraph. This game uses modern and medieval weaponry as people in this setting still use swords.
Yep.
So use them from Savage Worlds core.
I mean, that's how you fucking do it.
The Crystal Heart, it could have been good if it was a mini 2-page setting. Do you know what I mean?
I think it could have been really good if they just didn't destroy the Savage Worlds rules and everything.
Well,
that
exactly.
is inside it.
I listen, I don't want to spoil it, but let's wait to the awards because it might be coming up again.
Crystal Cucks.
That's right. Shall we get into what we've been playing?
Let's.
And one of these.
Oi, yeah? What you
Christmas.
slaying?
So Cyberpunk Red, our campaign came to an end after only 11 episodes. I think that's a respectable number, but
It's respectable. We absolutely destroyed it, didn't we?
I feel like you didn't respect me or my game.
At all.
No, but who does and who would?
Good point. Good point. Well, so the second arc of our Cyberpunk campaign, it was all about a billionaire that left 26 billion eddies hidden within his online game, Elflines Online, very deep within in an Easter egg. And all the corporations and many of the people in Night City were racing to try and get it by playing the game. The session I had planned for last time was to get the second of 3 keys needed to unlock a door to get the 26 billion Easter egg, right? And essentially the players found out that in the 80s, the guy that made the online game wrote an adventure module for D&D called The Tomb of Horrors.
Oh, yeah.
And so they were going to have to play it through the game. It was a game within a game, so they're going to play Elflines Online within Cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm. And then we're going to
go through the Tomb of Horrors.
So a gameception, mate.
We did 2 rooms, and that's where it fell apart. Because what happened was that one person took off their VR headset, saw on the news that some bloke that they know is on there doing an interview, gives out his address, and he's like, "Come to my fucking house, I'll fuck you up. I got 3 keys, motherfucker." And,
so they're luring us out.
it was clearly a trap.
Oh.
Yeah, but wait, can we just rewind?
Take the bait.
Can we rewind? Because only one person at the table actually realised it was a trap.
Yeah, I mean, that shows the calibre. Yeah, and he didn't speak up.
Yeah.
So,
What? Who was this?
Sean said, yeah, it was
Sean
well
sussed it
obvious,
out.
but then he didn't even say a word because we were just like, well, we may as well go to him and then sort of like, beat him up and stuff.
Take his keys.
So it turns out that what he was doing was going on to the news, boasting that he'd already found three of the keys, and actually had none. And he was trying to lure these guys out so he could force them into a position where they would trade him their keys in Elflines, right? Mm-hmm. He unbuttons his bloody jacket, and you can see where this is going to go, Nick. He unbuttons his jacket, and he's got like dynamite and then tubes of like irradiated material, and he goes, "Don't fucking move. Get on that fucking computer and trade me the fucking keys." And one player just goes, "I shoot him in the fucking head," and I just face palms because I went. The last time this happened, right, when somebody did this same sort of trick to you guys, was your spaceship in the GURPS campaign.
Fucking the jelly. What's his name?
Dervish. So this guy...
is it the same person?
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
He had the thing was linked up to his heart rate, right? But unfortunately, he didn't get a chance to tell them that because it was just, I shoot him in the fucking...
Always assume they've got a dead man's trigger.
Yes, exactly.
Always assume that. Who shot him in the head?
Well, it was
JT,
said it, done it.
yeah.
It said it,
He's
done
a
it
bit
kind of
He's a
rule.
bit brash sometimes.
It was. And so 2 characters died.
Fuck.
Yeah.
One of which being the only last surviving character from the beginning of the game. Your character, James, had already seen her love of her life die in gang-related stuff.
Yeah.
She came back to do it one more time, and then obviously her son got killed in that explosion, and so she saw no point in carrying on.
Yeah,
So
and she was basically the boss of the group, so
Jesus.
she just was a husk of a woman.
I think it's a good reason to retire a character.
Yeah.
But all that left was the Netrunner, Sphinx, and he was like, well, if there's no organisation, I'm fucking off, I'm doing this shit solo. So that was the nail in the coffin of the campaign, really, because, we only had 1 character left.
Oh, that's so annoying.
So what we did is we did one final episode, right, where
Yes.
these guys were playing police
Yeah.
of Night City, and essentially it was all the cliches. We had the woman who's all about business, don't look at my tits, I'm a woman, right? We had the guy he was 91 and he was 1 day from retirement.
Of course, yeah.
And his retirement got extended.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah,
I'm too old for this shit.
then we
That's literally what I kept saying.
we had McGonagall, who's, hey, I'm eating a sandwich here. He's a loose cannon.
Yeah.
And he's got a gun called the Loose Cannon.
Yep.
And who was the last one?
Arnie.
Oh yeah, we had McBain, who was
McBain.
basically Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
And they were all
Fucking
called
hell.
Mc something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty funny. So
So it's the same storyline, just different angle.
technically, yes.
Okay.
So it starts off with them essentially fucking something up. They were trying to. One of them was trying to reprimand this old gangster. He'd been on an undercover mission for 3 years, and he's outside buying something off him out of a trunk. Then the other 3 players, who are traffic cops, they don't recognise him because this guy's been deep undercover for 3 years.
Yeah.
So they come out, they see 2 guys doing a deal, a gunfight ensues, and what's funny is as soon as the gangster found out that McGonagall, one of the characters, was an undercover cop, he's like, damn you were the best man at my wedding, and stuff like this. And Sean was like, I'm getting actually like emotional about this. But anyway, needless to say, they basically fucked it all up. There was a big firefight, so the car got shot. James was playing the guy who's one day from retirement, right? The explosion happens. Right, he's got 5 hit points. That's it. The
that's how
explosion
fucking-
happens, the car goes up in flames. He does a death save.
So the one body score.
One body score, so he had to roll a 1 on a d10 to get it, and he fucking does it.
No
so
way.
around him,
Shit.
everything is like fire and explosions, and he's standing there like all old and demented, and he's just like, what happened?
I was going,
Just brushing himself down.
I was going. My back tickles.
And it was like on fire.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So anyway, we cut back to the station, and they're all being put on traffic cop duty. They can't be demoted any more than they already have been.
Yep.
And so they get put on traffic cop duty, but on the interstate, which is at night, not busy at all. And they're just sitting outside this motel. And what I did is I tried to make it as boring as possible.
Yeah.
We got to the point where they were so bored that they had a competition to throw rocks past the speeding gun and see who could throw it the fastest.
Nice.
But basically, nothing was happening
Okay.
except for a bicycle.
Yeah.
Guy on a bicycle's coming up, and one of them just threw a rock at him.
Oh,
out
wow.
of sheer boredom.
Nice.
And
Nice
then
place.
suddenly, a Lamborghini Diablo flies past some Mexican guy, and long story short, he's been called to back up because one of these corporate homes has been attacked,
Right.
and these guys suspect it might be to do with the Elf Line's 26 billion,
Yeah.
because this guy's been attacked. They get the address of the bloke, go and check out the location, thinking, oh well, somebody's tried to steal 26 billion from this billionaire.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm thinking it'll give me a bigger, higher retirement package, and
That's
everyone
it.
else will think it's
Nice severance.
a big deal for them. And they'll get promoted back up
yeah,
again.
that's what
Right,
they were
okay,
doing, right?
yeah.
So, what was really funny as well is that the poor bloke, the gangster that was driving up the road, he was Mexican, and the guy started beating him and that for information, and because they're cops, that's what cops do. And James's character had on his sheet that he's a by the book guy. And everyone was discussing, like, go on, whack him a little bit. And he's like, no, I do things by the book. And one of the players pointed out, well, if you do things by the book, back in your
Whack him the
day,
book.
it would be perfectly all right to beat somebody as long as they're a minority. So James joined in and started beating him.
Oh god.
Anyway, basically the end of it was that Sphinx, that netrunner that we
Yeah.
mentioned before, he was the one that orchestrated the attack with a band. Like, there was a recurring character in the series called Eddie and the Dead.
Yeah.
They'd orchestrated the attack. They'd killed him. They got the 26 billion on a stick, and they were waiting to be picked up.
Who, Eddie?
Eddie and the netrunner Sphinx. That was a previous player
Okay,
character.
Yep.
Yeah.
So right at the end, Ryan's character's there, and he's got 4 rounds that he's going to escape, and 4 rounds in Cyberpunk is literally 4 seconds.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what happens is that he's about to escape, and I said to Ryan, right, you've got a choice. You can carry on playing your police character and try to take him down and arrest him, or you can play your old netrunner and we'll go into some PvP as the
Yeah.
last thing.
Yeah.
And of course he picked that option.
Yeah.
So he controlled this rocker boy band and the netrunner.
Lucky Rye.
I tell you what, he loved it.
Yeah, I bet he did.
I don't think Ryan's been in many PvP situations like that, but he was probably loving it. It was like he got his sheet out, it got given to him, and then he went, "Good luck, guys." It's just like, Ryan, you're not meant to do that.
I've got to be honest as well, all the police characters were built to be incompetent.
Right, okay.
Yeah, they were pathetic.
And he really did smash it. So we had this map that was like the mansion, and he basically ran out the back. He took contortionist as one of his skills,
And he never once used it in the main campaign.
He never once used it, but the reason he picked it was because he needed to break into places to hack them. And the way he always used it was that, well, the way he said he was going to use it was that he would put himself into parcels and mail himself to big companies. But in this particular case, he used it to hide in a flower bed, and he made himself really small, jumped in, and then the guys were sort of looking for him, and he used the Eddie and the Deads, the band, to block up hallways.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
managed to shoot at him out of using my luck. I
Yeah,
just
because I was
shot.
like, well, you don't know where he is, but and then he just fires a section of wall off, and you see his little face like looking through it, like fucking Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
So I was like,
That reminds me of hiding in a flower bed. Reminds me of, I can't remember what character. Who was it that was hiding in a flower pot?
That was in Vampire, because one of the characters had earth meld.
That's it. That's the one.
And you guys used
It's JT, yeah.
Yeah, you guys used to carry around a bag of soil, and he would just be in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But so it ended. The Sphinx, the Netrunner, he got away. He went to Europe to go and meet his online girlfriend, who he suspected might be a man. Turns out it was just a very big woman with a deep voice.
Yeah, but Harrison described her as, she's a massive woman, but the most beautiful one you've ever seen. So it was like
a good ending. It was a nice ending.
That's what anyone could ever ask for.
Yeah, and then all the cops did like ending scenes, and that was it. That was Cyberpunk Red. So yeah, it was a very fun campaign. I enjoyed the dick off of it.
oh yeah, it was wicked. I'm sad to see it go.
So I want to return to it because I thought the campaign would go longer, but the intensity of the setting, it means that a lot happens in every game.
Yeah.
People die, people betray each other, all this stuff. So.
Well, it was. I think as we discussed last time, it was like such a weirdly, placed ending where it's just like, oh yeah, it's natural to stop.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. You left it ripe for a return. So
I didn't want to also force it, and also I thought seeing the end, doing like an epilogue and seeing the ending through the eyes of some other Night City patrons, as in the police.
That's pretty cool. Well, that just struck me as like Half-Life, when you played the different games for the same storyline.
Yes, like Blue Shift and that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I was kind of going for.
It's clever.
But so next up we're going to be playing it's a little indie game. Don't know if you've heard of it.
Oh yeah, go on.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragoons.
What?
What is this?
Never heard of it.
Dungeons and Fagons.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we'll fit right in.
Well, so the player at our table that is the big D&D guy, he's running us through some D&D because he recently did a one shot, and then he said he always gets nervous when it comes to making campaigns, but he ran a one shot from a pre-written module, and he's like, I wouldn't mind doing a campaign of this. So we're going to be playing Storm King's Thunder.
Oh, that's a pre-published one, yeah.
Yeah, and it's... so you may know it from the Hackmaster one years ago. So it's a modern remake of Annihilate the Giants.
Yeah,
I can't remember what the original one was called, but yeah, that's what we're going to play. Ooh. The trouble is, he's opened it up saying, you can pick any race from the the other books, right? And we were at his birthday pub on Friday, and I was like, I'm going to play a jelly cube, and he was literally like sort of semi-angry, like, right, no, I'm banning jellies. No jellies.
No jellies allowed.
You can be a humanoid race. And I was like, all right, I'll be a Minotaur. And he's like, right, maybe I need to have a look at some of the races.
Fucking hell.
Gonna be a will-o-wisp.
yeah, a will-o-wisp would be good. But so that's what we're going to play next.
Excellent. So JT's stepping up full-time.
Yes, absolutely.
GM.
And then we've got on the 18th, my brother's running a Christmas game, and he's running Tough Guys, and it's going to be called Gangsters Save Christmas.
Nice. Oh mate, it's going to be wicked because obviously
my mum's coming.
Yeah. Irene's going to be about.
Oh my goodness!
She gets to play a game that her son's written,
and she's playing
run by her son,
butch lesbian darts player.
Fantastic.
So herself then.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry, Irene, I love you.
She brings her arrows.
She, the thing is, she's never played before. I'm going to try and get her to do maybe a little segment on this podcast as well.
Yeah,
I think it's a good opportunity. But I also just want to ask her why she keeps listening to this.
Why are you still listening to us?
But yeah, as soon as it's Christmas, and we talk about gets on this podcast, I thought you guys say a little.
What is this little fuck?
Then we're going to go on to the awards after this. But Nick, crack that open.
Open it now. Oh my goodness me!
It's a little gift, mate.
Can I just say how exquisite the wrap?
Millie
is?
wrapped it, right?
Well, what? Right? No.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Jesse wrapped it.
That's right.
That's more like it.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It's really fucking like you can't rip it almost.
Saw this yesterday.
Nick,
on the thing.
What Amazing. Nick has just opened is a book called Warlock, and this is a sort of. It's a heavily inspired by Warhammer. It almost uses exactly the same rules, but it's much simpler and made with ease of play in mind.
Amazing.
And
it's about A5 really size.
Cool. And it's got the whole thing where roll randomly for your job and you can go into different careers and all of this. But it's just a very, very nicely presented book as well.
It opens up with a game inspired by the early days of British tabletop gaming.
Exactly.
British.
Amazing. Fire Ruby
Good
design.
British.
Winston Churchill played this.
I'll
But yeah,
get
so
some
that's
Warlock.
Warlock. I reckon you'll like it a lot. It's a very good, really
Thank you so
simple
much.
system. But
That's
It's a
amazing.
pleasure, mate.
Look
And
at
James, for the
that.
man who has everything, what do you get? Well, you don't have very much, so
Yeah.
I've got you these things.
What's he got? I've got 2 things.
Yeah, man.
Nice. I love it. Oh, let's look over here.
Tiny Dungeon, yes.
So obviously, James, you said that you're gearing up to want to run another campaign, and you did have it in mind to play Tiny Dungeon.
Yeah, because it's such an easy system, and it's like there's so much you can do in it already. Because we did quite a good chunky amount of stuff just in Elflines Online.
It's a very, very good rules light system, and such a nice book as well.
Yeah, it's
So
awesome.
This next one, I just want to say I owe an apology to everyone on this podcast because I am a hypocrite. You'll see.
The campaign notebook.
Oh.
So this is the unfortunate thing is I had to buy this from Justin Soroy's company. But wait.
But wait.
No, it is really nice, and it's cool because it's a campaign notebook for
Yeah, but-
GMs or players.
Hey, Nick, open
Can't
it up.
everything ever happens.
It's got sections, mate.
It's got sections for drawing like character names. It's got boxes for drawing little illustrations in. So I thought, as you're DMing again, this will be a nice little thing. But yeah, I did have to support a man whose products I generally don't like, but I actually think that one is very nice. And
yeah,
the
it's
front of
lovely.
it is like the old D&D logo, but it says
Yeah.
campaign notebook
Yeah,
instead.
that is cool. Well,
That's really nice, man.
All right, Merry
That is
Christmas.
nice. Merry
Yeah, so
Christmas. Weapons.
what did you got? What have you guys got for me?
Well,
You fuck.
Okay.
I didn't know it was coming today.
No,
Little
no,
shit.
no.
I'm not going to do a Ryan on you.
I'll do it, Ryan, on you. It's in the post.
So yeah, well, hopefully, maybe you guys can review
That's amazing.
Tiny Dungeon and Warlock in the new
That's
year.
a great idea.
Oh, mate, that's cool as fuck, boy.
Merry
Oh, mate,
Christmas.
that's so nice. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. New
Merry
holiday.
Christmas.
Ding, ding, ding. All right, well, that is it for what we've been saying. Shall we
It's
get into the main
Thanks,
subject?
Main. Christmas. Subject. Magic. Main. Christmas. Subject. Christmas. Main. Christmas. Subject. Christmas.
Right, all right. But seriously though, hello everyone. Welcome to the 3T RPG Awards. It's good to see so many faces here tonight. Listen, calm down, Brad Pitt. So, for those of you that have never been to our awards show, this is our best and worst things this year that we've experienced. We don't necessarily always stick to current things. We stick to things that we've experienced this year and that we feel deserve a mention, whether bad or good. So, even if you're Gary Gygax, long dead, you're in trouble.
Yeah, that's right. No one's
Watch out, motherfucker.
The way it works, the format is this. We each get one nomination per category. If something gets 2 nominations in any category, it automatically wins. For the others, we have picked a winner. Yeah, and that is about it, isn't it?
Pretty much.
So-
I mean, everyone sit tight, get
Sit
a cup
tight,
of tea,
no.
eggnog.
Charge your champagne.
Charge your
What
champagne.
did you say?
Eggnog.
Eggnog.
Oh, right. Good.
Eggnog trying to get a ham busy.
Yes.
Very good.
All right. The first award is for Best Company, and the nominees are Arc Knight Miniatures, Loki Battle Maps, and Artalsorian Games. And the winner is Artalsorian Games. Yes. Wow, very small applause there. That's weird. Sounds like there's only 3 people in the
What?
room.
No, the crowd's behind us.
Oh, the crowd.
They're
Yeah,
just-
they've
Yeah,
got-
we put
they're-
them behind a sound.
They're loving it. Look at them.
Look at him going wild.
Calm
someone's
down, Brad
dead.
Pitt.
Calm down.
What's he doing now?
He's trying to hack someone's head off.
Michael, is that Stephen Fry hanging from the chandelier?
He's always doing that. So yeah, Artalsorian Games. These guys are responsible for Cyberpunk Red. Right?
Yeah.
Now, say what you want about the price of that book. I feel like they have done everything right post publishing it. Right. See, the trouble is with the old Cyberpunk books is they had so much material for them. This one is more expensive, but all they've done is release free content with it. And there's an app that a bloke made that is easily the best app ever for this book. And instead of cease and desisting him, they just hired him.
He literally saw it and just apparently just went, "Yep, well that's now."
Yeah, they've released packs and packs of DLC and things like this. All of it free. You can all get it from their website. They even did an updated character sheet and all of this. And the product it is amazing. But I feel
it works very, very well. I think it actually, if the same app could be applied to loads of other systems, then it would be. It would just take over RPG.
Well, and also the idea that the book is £50, but you'll just keep getting content. That's the way things should be done, because it's going to encourage more people to buy.
Yeah,
the book,
absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's a really positive, step in the right direction for the RPG industry, and I think they're doing it right. And Mike Pondsmith, I am not gay, right? But if he could just cuddle me and talk to me while I'm trying to sleep.
That's all you need.
That's why we're giving
the
award.
looking for. Yeah, come on.
Please.
Address is stuck to the bottom of the award.
Which is in PDF format.
Yeah.
And the next... What is it called? Oh, yeah. And the next award is for Worst Company. And the nominees are Wonderfiled Inc., Gary Gygax's son's company, Wonderfiled Inc., and 3T RPG... What? 3T RPG Publishing. And the winner is Wonderfiled Inc.
Yeah.
Now we did chat about this one, right? We do think we are in the running, definitely, for being worst company. And it's mainly my fault. We haven't released anything in 2 years, but the last thing we did release was a joke product that I put on sale immediately for 0.1% of its original value. So
It's a rough couple of years. Come on.
Yeah, well, exactly. Exactly. And it is down from £7,000. So
you can't argue.
You can't argue.
Fucking brilliant.
But yeah, Wonderfiled Inc. Wow. I'm not even sure that's the name of the company, because I think it might actually be Wonderfilled, but they spelt it wrong on their website and in press releases and things. But so this is only Gygax's company, and if you know anything about what's been going on this year, they started up a new TSR. Claimed that one of the products they were making they were going to finish, an old product called Giant Lands. Turns out it didn't belong to them, and the writer that it belonged to fucked off as soon as Only Gygax started doing weird rants on Twitter. And they opened up a dungeon hobby shop in where the old TSR offices are.
Okay.
And thus far they haven't put out anything. And the only thing they have done is make a website where they misspelled their own company name.
And piss people off.
Yep, and obviously their media manager, who Only Gygax blames for absolutely everything that happened, he was caught on a video making women wrestle in a tub of grits.
Oh, nice.
Grits?
And
that's painful.
Grits. It's like
porridge, isn't it?
It's like a porridge.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant like grit. Salt grit.
Oh,
that you put on snow.
That's a stinger.
And ice.
No, that's a good exfoliant, is what that is. But yeah, so it's beyond a joke, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It couldn't be easier for these guys. He's got the name and he's dragging it through the mud. And he got to the point where Ernie was arguing with his brother Luke on Twitter, and his brother Luke was saying, "Stop dragging our dad's name through the mud."
So true.
And you got to agree, but I can see why they changed the name, because there was a point where there were 4 different TSRs going at once. So. But yeah,
it's just, what is this spiraled into?
It's mental.
Yes.
I mean, I personally think Ernie Gygax should just
fuck
get
off,
a job somewhere else.
Yeah. Just call it a day.
Yeah, just stop there.
He's fucked it.
He's completely fucked it beyond recognition.
At the very least, if I wanted, let's say you just got third party stuff and published it through his company that was nothing to do with original D&D, would you go with the person that misspelled their own company name? Probably not, because if their proofreaders are not very good.
And who come up with that company name anyway?
Yeah,
Wonderfield.
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 That's a bad name.
But yeah, the latest is that he's trying to sue Wizards of the Coast.
Well, so what, his own company? Oh no, Wizards. Sorry,
Wizards, who now own D&D. I can't remember what the basis of it was, but I don't think it's going to be very successful.
No.
Wow.
But that's it. Well done, Wonderfiled or Wonderfilled. I don't know what the actual one is because you keep misspelling it. But
you're the worst fucking company.
Yep.
Enjoy your award.
PDF form. And the next award is for Best Product. And the nominees are Cyberpunk Red by Art Alsorian Games, Chessex Giant Dice by Chessex, and Arknight Flat Plastic Miniatures from Arknight. And the winner is Cyberpunk Red.
Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. Oof. Oof. Of course it is. Oof. Oof. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, the presentation in this one, if you compare it to the old ones, I like the way the old Cyberpunks were presented, but this one is just amazing.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful book, and I think if any book can have fake in-universe advertising in it that actually tricks someone into believing it's real,
That's good. That's
they've done a good job with the presentation.
Yeah, that's it.
I was making a character with my brother, and he was flipping through a book, and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck? They show an advertising space in here." And I was like, "Sean, it's an advert for a gun."
That's in Cyberpunk.
But yeah, so it's. I think the presentation is amazing. They've really pulled all the stops out and gone for like the AAA level of presentation.
It's quality. You guys have run it for like 11 episodes.
And
got a good
it's
feel
got,
for it.
got everything you need in there.
Cracking
And-
companion app.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like we said, companion app.
But I feel as if they put so much effort into making the game playable versus what it used to be. Like, it used to be like creating a character would take ages, and this
Yeah.
one's got 3 different options. You can go the full customization, or you can do a mid-level, or just a package just gets handed to you, or whatever. It's got like all the guns you'd ever need, all the cyberware. It's got cool adventures in there. The world building stuff is good. The way the book is laid out as well, it's got just a section at the beginning where it's got all these big pictures, and it'll say, wanna buy guns? Skip to this page.
Oh, nice.
Want to get cyberware? Skip to this page.
Good index.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the best indexes
There we
I've
go.
ever seen.
Oh,
we go.
yeah, mate.
Even better than Index Card RPG. which
Wow.
yeah, amazing game. A
Yeah,
lot of
fair
fun
enough.
to play. And
Yeah.
it's one of those games where you know if you're getting into a long combat for
Yeah.
the rest of the night, you don't go, oh god. It's like, yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I mean, we've had games where the whole night was basically one big skirmish, and it's never been boring. So, and I think that's amazing. It's a very, very fun system.
That's cool.
Yes, mate.
The next category is Worst Product, and the nominees are Crystal Heart by up to 4 players, Black Tokyo by Chris Field, and Black Tokyo by Chris Field, meaning that Black Tokyo is the winner.
Go on, you fucking pedo.
There we go. That's what it is. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, this is easily the worst product. This was basically an addition for D&D 3.5 where you play as sort of underground X-Files type agents fighting monsters from Japanese mythology.
Right.
Which the way Chris Field, and this is quite revolutionary, because the way he wrote it was he would take the name of the thing from Japanese mythology, but just write it however the fuck he wanted.
All right.
And that's revolutionary. But the good thing is as well is there's lots of rules for sex and things like this in it. And I mean, not really rules, but like options and character options, things like this. And obviously, he did a supplement that includes children.
Obviously.
But he tries to pretend that it's not for that reason that he's put the children in there. But then he also does sort of encourage it. So you know, I just think you put paedophile stuff in your game, people aren't going to respond positively.
You know, and don't be confused when they do.
Yeah,
don't
but
try
this
and-
guy, if this guy isn't on a register by this point, I would be amazed.
I think he needs to be. As if you're just like, oh, I didn't do it for that reason. It's like, yeah,
Where
but
else
then
did you do it?
you're encouraging people to.
But in
Abuse the
England, that would
kids.
actually be illegal
Yeah.
because it's like depictions of minor, which is what he's done. So
dear.
yeah. I mean, he's this guy's every year they just get worse, don't they? I mean, how do we keep?
I don't think we're going to be
How
able
do we
to
keep
like.
up with this?
We're just.
What's
we
going
are
to be
going.
next year? We're going to uncover a book by somebody that's like done a terrorist attack. or
Oh,
something.
my-
But yeah, well done, Chris Field. You've really earned this one, mate. And but worst of all, right, this is about it being a product. It's got almost nothing usable in there, and the parts where he could have injected a lot of imagination in there, he didn't. So it's not only a rubbish product, but it also is like
Half-assed.
half-assed and deeply gross. So
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Well
Enjoy
deserved.
your
You
reward.
fuck
Yeah.
bucket.
And the next award is for Best System. And the category and the nominees and the nominees. Hello. And the nominees are Hackmaster 5th Edition by Kenzer & Co., ICRPG by Runehammer, and Tiny Dungeon by Gallant Knight Games. And the winner is... Sorry, ICRPG by Runehammer.
Yes.
Right, so... Right.
Right.
ICRPG, otherwise known as Index Card RPG, is a rules-light version of D&D, all based around loot. But I think what this kind of does for revolutionising the D20 game, I think is very amazing. It's all about this timers. So you've always got a D4 timer on the go. Something's going to happen in D4 rounds. Room difficulty as well.
Yeah.
So instead of coming up with different things, you just slap a card down on the table. People see it, and you know what you've got to beat.
Yeah.
And you
It
do
can be
easy and
quite
hard
fast
rolls.
as well.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what. But it's all about ease of play. It
Yeah.
strips out all the bullshit, adds in a couple of systems which sort of revolutionise it. And like for example, there's this idea of effort. So the mechanic of trying to beat a difficulty and then rolling damage, you do that for just about everything, but it's called effort. So if you guys are fighting or trying to distract guards while somebody's lockpicking, it's not just roll a lockpick check. You roll it, succeed, then you roll your basic effort die, which is your skill die. So then you're kind of whittling down the lock. And it means that mechanic can be used for travel, it can be used for convincing, it can be used for fighting, whatever. But it's all based around that one mechanic, and it's very, very well done.
Yeah, absolutely.
The weapons all do the same damage, but the idea is that they have different tags. So it could be, let's say you have a chainsaw. It could be that the tag is extremely gory. So
okay, yeah.
you know, you might splatter blood into people's eyes. Or
Yeah.
if you have a sniper rifle versus a pistol, it could be the tag is long range. So it just strips all the bullshit out and gives you a very, very complete package. And it's one I refer to so often. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
There's
great.
also the if you just buy it online, you get you can get physical copy, and you can get print out miniatures.
So much stuff for it, yeah.
And there's the amount of them.
It's the new version out
Harrison
now.
Forgot that I got him it, and then like a year later, he was just like, "Oh yeah, I got the ICRPG minis. Forgot about these," and then printed them all out and stuck them onto cards.
Nice.
And he's just like, "Who got them?" And he's like,
Me, sir.
"James, you got this for me, didn't you?" I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, I did."
Yeah. But the thing about it is, right, is that the system, a lot of it, because they do with like distance and stuff like this.
Yeah.
And the way you move is like close, near, far. It's that type of thing. So you have to use minis to play it.
Yeah,
And instead of just making a game saying you have to use minis, he's like, okay, you do have to use them, but here's 200 of them for free
To get you
With-
started.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just it's fantastic in almost every
Versatile,
way.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly.
Yeah, I think so. It's
Well done.
a cracker.
And the next award is for Worst System. And the nominees are Iron Claw by Sanguine Games. Iron Claw by Sanguine Games. Don't. What the fuck?
Sorry.
Don't by 3T RPG
I
Publishing.
think everyone can tell the order of nominees. It goes Harrison, Nick, James, right?
I keep getting surprised by the lot. But yeah, Iron Claw. You guys actually weren't on that episode, but it was one that Sean and I reviewed when we did our furry episodes. Which, I mean, the thing about Iron Claw is, it, as a system, the reason I think it fails is because what's the one thing that you would possibly want to play a furry game for? To be animals and get cool animal abilities.
Yeah.
And all of them boil down to you get a +2 in this thing.
No, that's pathetic.
And that's it. And do you know one of my favourite parts about the setting was in a world where you can play a horse that
Yep.
walks on 2 legs. What do you ride to get to places? And there's sort of like it's
A
almost
human?
like- no, a lizard.
What?
What? Right, and that I found kind of funny because it's like, okay, look, we're all saying that your fursona is the real you, and like,
Fursona, fucking
that's
hell.
what they call it.
Yeah, I know, but it
And,
still makes me chuckle.
But like they've got a deep hatred for lizards. So imagine you turn up at FurryCon, you got a lizard.
Lizard boy.
Hey, this is my fursona, and it's like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because Iron Claw, it don't.
Ain't got no fur, mate.
Yeah, absolutely rubbish system. Almost useless in every single way. What it seems to be is that they've made a system so that you can create your fursona within the game, but actually not thought about the rules.
Not
at
actually
all.
play
And
a
They made
game.
it in the most boring way possible. What if, like, bats should be able to fly, for example,
Yeah.
but they can't, and horses should be able to run faster, but they just get +2 to athletics. It's not like there should be more mechanical flair to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Beavers, for example, should be able to get like a chew through wood ability.
Yeah, there you go.
Could be great if you were playing a thief. Just gnaw through the side of the house. Come in.
Yep.
Hello, it's me, fairy boy. But yeah, it's just boring. It's rubbish. It's overpriced. The artwork sucks ass. Although it's nothing to do with the system, but it's really, really bad.
Can you call it a system?
Oh, I call it a shitstorm.
Yeah, that's better. Shitstorm.
Right.
Cause you frickin' pricks just can't ever be quenched. Your fantasies can't ever be quenched, can they? You frickin' pricks! What will you learn? What will you learn? That your actions have consequences!
Sorry about that. We're just pouring more drinks.
I'm just getting some more mimosas out.
We're getting some mimosas.
Should we do? We should do a online drunk pod over Christmas.
Oh, the last one was awful.
No, when
Oh, okay.
was it?
No,
I
it
remember
was.
I was drunk.
No, it was. It was. Just bear with us here, listeners. I could edit this
Oh,
out.
when people called in, do you remember someone was like walking home from work?
Yes.
It was really loud.
Beautiful. Thank you. I'm just going to pour myself a drink.
There we go. Listen.
Just busy yourself for a minute. Maybe go and make a sandwich.
Have a wank.
Yeah, do whatever you want, really. As long as it's in the privacy of your own home.
Yeah, don't do it in public. If you're walking down the street, stop what you're doing now. Take your hands out your trousers.
That's our message for this year. Like, you know how you've got to do like a message at Christmas.
Yeah.
Think
No, the
about
message is the RPG. Don't.
No, yeah. Don't.
No, the message is keep your hand out your pants.
Whatever you're thinking of doing, don't do it.
Exactly.
Chances are it's no good.
And the next award is for Best Artwork. Ooh. And the nominees are Low Life by Mother Earth Creations, Cyborg by Johan Noor, published by Free League Publishing, Cyborg by Johan Noor, published by Free League Publishing, and of course the winner is Cyborg.
Yes, mate.
It's
So
tasty.
This is the follow-up to Morkborg. We don't know much about it. Fortunately, even though it's not out, we can nominate it. But it's the artwork is insane.
because the artwork's already been out.
Yeah,
like,
that's it. The artwork's
This
out.
is a cyberpunk game, and I've never seen something. It's like the artwork in it is so gorgeous, and it's what we've come to expect from the boys over at Stockholm Cartel. But it's the artwork is like it's like this sort of nightmarish fever dream of a futuristic city, and I
It's
absolutely
an experience.
love it. Yeah, really, really good. Well done.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to look. I reckon it's going to be wicked.
Yeah.
Well, and also like I think this kind of goes into the artwork of the game a little bit, because with the with this Kickstarter they did they did one tier. It was, I can't remember, it was like £800 and you get a recursive noise machine synthesizer, and it's the one they used to make the soundtrack for the Kickstarter. But it's got artwork done by Johan Noor, like it looks like he's been graffitied up, like it's an in-universe item. And that, coupled with the really amazing artwork that we've seen already, is just incredible. Like, it's got this really sort of overwhelming, ridiculous quality to it, where it's like, it's the future, but it's not a utopia. It's gross. There's too many lights. There's too many people. Yeah. Can't wait for that. And the artwork is amazing.
Yes.
Has to be expected.
Enjoy the award.
No. And the award for worst artwork, the nominees are The Gardens of Ning, Iron Claw by Sanguine Games, and The Book of Armies by Chaosium for the Pendragon RPG. And the winner is Book of Armies.
Wow. Well.
Hold on.
Hands down.
Chaosium did that.
Yeah, so they publish it, but it's by Greg Stafford. We don't know who did the cover art because it's some ancient Anglo-Saxon,
That's bollocks.
or either Anglo or Saxon probably. But
but the photo of it.
it's it's a bad photo, but just going on the art quality alone, I feel like whatever
Caption that photo.
it's really bad. Like, it's really bad. Look, I get that, people back in the 1500s, they weren't very good at art, but I've seen better than this.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I could
really
draw better
bad.
than that.
The sad thing is that the inside, the artwork isn't terrible, but the cover lets it down. I mean, just look up Book of Armies on Drive-Thru RPG. It looks like a knight on a horse being shot at by another knight. And look how straight the bloke's legs are on the horse.
Yeah, what's he holding? It looks like he's got a giant snowshoe.
And
It looks
you
like
can
they
tell
drew
that in
him
the
standing up.
1500s when they wrote this book for Pendragon RPG, that they were proud of it because they've got that same bloke big on the back again.
He does not look pleased about being on the cover of a
Now,
book.
at the risk of getting haunted, whichever Saxon painted this artwork, you should be ashamed. So somewhere deep underground, somebody's just spinning in his grave. Going, he's coming to get us. Yeah, it's hard to describe how bad it is, but yeah, look it up because it really does suck.
Is it just about armies?
Well, I assume so. It's called the Book of Armies.
Okay, not ready yet.
Yeah, mate, got loads of them.
Can I just put in a mention for Iron Claw though, please?
Yeah, go on.
Can I say Iron Claw, please?
Iron Claw, please.
Because Iron Claw is a furry game, and it is the lowest of the low. It looks like somebody's gone on DeviantArt, clicked random image, and put that on every
Use
page.
that.
So, yeah.
When did this monstrosity come out?
1485. No, I don't know, actually. Nick, now you're asking.
What, the furry one?
Oh, Iron Claw?
Yeah.
No, that's recent, man.
That's no.
This one was 2009.
Oh, okay. That's
the fuck?
Oh, right.
There's much better Saxons nowadays. What are you doing?
Come on, guys.
But yeah, Iron Claw is a recent game, and it's the worst game in the world. All right, the next award is for Best Setting, and the nominees are Cyberpunk Red by Artalsorian Games, Lowlife by Mother Oath Creations, and Big Apple Sewer Samurai, and the winner is Cyberpunk Red.
Surprise, surprise. Are you surprised,
It's the last
listeners?
one for the year, so I'm going a bit mad. But yeah, that's no surprise. We've talked about this setting a little bit, but I think what struck me as like the best thing about this setting in particular is the sheer amount of ways that it can be used.
Well, I like, that you can really, handle a lot of situations in it quite easily. But I like not a lot of people enjoy the character crunch side of it, but it works really well in here.
Once
because,
you get into the actual game, it sort of paints the world a little bit for you, because you've got like the way that execs work and the way that corporates work and rocker boys, police, all of this, they all have these unique mechanics. Which kind of paints a really bleak, horrible, deeply kind of surface. No, what would you call it? Like image obsessed culture.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, but that's completely how it is, isn't it?
It is, and what I like is that this is the one RPG that I've ever played that I cared about the meta plot between the books and stuff like this, and the setting itself is pretty cool because you've got, all these corporations vying for power, all these gangs. You've got really imaginative like locations as well. Like, it's just that he took all the elements of cyberpunk as it was as a genre and really redefined it in the RPG space. And I think it's great. And put it this way, there is a poser gang, right? It's something where all the people in the gang are genetically modified to, cyberwared up to look the same.
Yeah.
And they can often pick a celebrity, but there's one called the Bozos, and they're all clowns.
Fucking jokes.
But there was one I saw in an actual play where somebody was part of a poser gang called I think it was the Fagins, and they were all Oliver Twists.
Yeah, nice.
So they had all Oliver Twists, and then the higher ranks were Fagins. And their catchphrase was, "Please, sir, can I have
some
more?"
more, yeah.
And they would rob people, and when the person thought they'd given enough, they'd say, "Please, sir, can I have some more?" And if they didn't, they would stab them. It's things like that which really define the setting for me. But I love it, and it's bleak and dark, but it's also, you can play whatever type of cyberpunk you want in it.
Well, my favourite part of it is the kind of the fact that you get awarded. Like the rule of cool, you get awarded for that in this.
Yes. Okay, nice.
So if you put yourself in a dire situation because it's cool, it goes, you're trying to be a fucking badass in the setting because that's like, it's got loads of people like that, then you'll get awarded for it in XP. But also, if you do it, then there is obviously a chance that it can happen. And fortunately, quite a lot of times for us, it did.
Yeah, and that's it, because it's got it's brilliant because the lines, what is it? It's live life on the edge.
Yes.
Images everything.
Yeah.
Things like that. Like,
because it really pushes you as a role player. Because like you're there, you're hiding, carrying away, shooting behind something, and taking cover, and like not coming out much or staying silent. You just fucking go out, jump over someone, do a leapfrog, do a backflip, try and shoot people mid backflip. That kind of shit. Then it's like, it's cinematically amazing. But then, like, if you put it off as well, you're a fucking legend.
Yeah.
You get reputation points, you get bonus XP. But the way it kind of, he obviously knows the setting and knows how to mechanically
represent it.
Yes,
the
exactly.
feeling.
Exactly.
Yeah. I got
We were backflipping,
rules,
shooting people, jumping in the car, saying "last one to the pub's a bender."
you know.
And it is a very, very good setting. But yeah, look, one of the things I really liked when he was talking about his process for making the original game back in like '93 or whatever,
Yeah.
was that he said he wanted it to be able to play your type of cyberpunk, and he's got like, so you've got the nomads who are like they're like Mad Max types. You've got the police if you want to play people that are trying to cling to the old ways,
Yeah.
or your corporate security,
Or a
basically.
cyberpunk police procedural.
And then
Why not?
exactly.
Yeah.
And then you've got the rocker boys
Yeah.
who are literally like aging shit rockers.
Yeah.
And like it's stuff like I just fucking love it. I
Oh
think
mate,
it's-
it's fantastic. So it's been treated with a lot of love.
yes, definitely. And I'm fairly certain there's a reference to me in the book.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know if this is me. Maybe I'm just being arrogant, right? But I just want to point this out that at the back of the book, so the mayor of the city is a bloke called Mbole Ebenike, and the vice president. Oh no, it's a president, I think, but the vice president is a guy called Harold Harrison Hunt.
Ah.
Right? Hello.
Hello. Wait a minute.
So I don't know, but I know maybe Mike Pondsmith. If you are listening, come and cuddle me, man.
Ask him when you send him his award.
Oh, we will. What, for a cuddle?
Well, yeah, that too.
That too.
P.S. Cuddle, please.
Yep. But yeah, Cyberpunk Red, fantastic setting, and
Get out there, get it.
if you want to play a city-based setting, this is probably one of the better ones to do.
Yep.
Next up is worst setting, and the nominees are Secrets of My Kingdom: Return to Dimensions Unknown by Mortis, Secrets of My Kingdom: Return to Dimensions Unknown by Mortis, and Crystal Heart by up to 4 players. And the winner is Rubbish Mortis book.
Mate,
Secrets of My Kingdom: Return to Dimensions Unknown.
So, yeah, I mean, the thing is, right, we fans of Mortis,
Yeah.
they waited 18 years for this.
Yeah.
The
It's
world
really-
that he has alluded to.
18 years.
The world that he'd alluded to in all of his music,
All of
for
his
this
poems.
time, people think, oh, it's going to be really deep and this,
So,
that, and
do
the
you
other.
reckon it's like when Stephen King, like, if he was to reveal like the whole kind of tapestry in which all these stories are linked and stuff, this is what them guys have been waiting for.
Yeah, so I was kind of thinking, you know, if you're waiting for that, maybe it might include setting material.
You know,
But what we got,
What did we get?
Was 200
Someone who didn't know
pages
who he
of
was.
rambling.
Someone who didn't know who he was. Poems about nothing, right? That reveal nothing, that make little sense. For example, the part where he and probably the first poem, if I recall correctly, he says there are other castles too,
Oh, that's
despite
it.
having never mentioned
Yep.
a castle prior to that.
this is one with the wizard that was making colour.
Yeah, that's him, the Rainbow Wizard.
That's
And basically, the whole plot of the, if you can call it that, of the quote unquote setting, it's just a bunch of weird, vague poetry, is that he has the power to imagine anything into existence. And yet he still roams around looking for treasure in dungeons on a black unicorn when he could just,
Imagine it,
and he already did. And he knows what's in there, so why is he
because he
plundering?
made it with his mind. So why is he plundering? Yeah.
Yep, and for some reason there's an enemy there that he
Loophole.
made that doesn't like him. It's easily
Who's actually an all right person?
yeah, exactly. But it's one of the stupidest, most backwards, rubbish, nonsensical pieces of crap I've ever read.
And 18 years is a long fucking time.
Yeah, it is.
Then his fucking deluxe version not come out.
Yeah, that's coming out soon. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's doing a second printing of
Oh,
the,
yeah,
of the
already?
bloody
Yeah, yeah,
fucking thing. Yeah.
Already.
I think he listened.
I mean, you always know there's a good you always know, you can always kind of work out a caliber of a product when they do a reprint about 6 months later.
Yeah, well, and also if the writer of said product dresses up as a goblin and plays a keyboard, well, no, mimes a keyboard on stage. But here's the thing, yeah, it sucks in sort of every conceivable way, right? But it did keep my home warm for a bit when I chucked it on the fire.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, that's
So, you know, every
Cheers,
cloud.
mate.
Yep.
But yeah, awful, absolutely awful rubbish, and it's not even worth it for a funny read. And I tried to sell it afterwards.
No one
and
would buy it. No one would
buy it.
fuck it. It's cursed.
Yeah, rubbish.
Get your fucking award and fuck off.
And do you know what's funny is that like 18 years, right?
Yeah.
Nobody expected it to be a book of poetry.
No. Do you reckon there was like hardcore Mortis circles that was like even up to maybe the 16th year that were like when that drops it's going to change the world?
Yeah, but well, even as a recent fan, I thought it was going to be interesting at least. But it
I mean,
wasn't.
it's meant to be the secrets of his kingdom.
And he doesn't even know most
He
of them.
don't know all
Even
the
though he
fucking
made it just
secrets.
by thinking about it. I will say this. He said that he didn't want to do it for the profit. He's doing it for the fans. But right, there's if he's not doing it for the profit, what is he doing it for?
He ain't doing it for the
Because he said himself he didn't like it. So he's doing it. He's
For
not doing it
someone.
for artistic reasons.
He's doing it for the
Yeah.
profit.
So
He's
it's
doing
not
it
for
for-
money.
because
It's
it's
not
still
for
really
artistic
expensive, isn't
reasons.
it?
It's not for the fans. So who the fuck is it for?
Yeah, well, it's for his bank account. It's for Halifax. Right.
It's for the pro.
What's the Pro League?
Prudential.
Oh, right. And
Pro
the,
Leaf.
the next category is Best Indie Product. Ooh. And the nominations are What Ho, Frog Demons by Hydra Cooperative. Diplodocus, which is a band. And Spell and Blade OSR Retainers deck. And the winner is Diplodocus. I'll play a bit of the music here.
It's fucking awesome.
Oh, this is great.
I love that bit.
Oh, no, wait, this bit. Whoa, that sweet lick.
Quality.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, this was probably the best thing to come out of our Dungeon Synth episode. The bloke
mate.
made an album of sort of movie-like songs based around dinosaurs, which sounds cringe, and it is cringe, but the
But
music
it's
is
not.
so good.
And the thing is, as well, it's like when you guys were like, "Yeah, it's dinosaurs." I was like, "What are you talking about? How can you make a sound like dinosaurs?" And honestly, you listen to that and you're like, "Yep, that's a
If it
dinosaur."
was in, like, one of
smashing
those-
through a tropical rainforest, eating. It's just, it really does evoke that kind of feeling. It's
I
fantastic.
think it's very good.
It's very good.
But if it was in like an old movie, those ones where they would just film a lizard, but
Yeah.
then sort of make it bigger.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the old one.
Yes.
like it would be perfect for a good like classic old movie like that with
Monster.
like a caveman fighting a big lizard.
Yeah, totally. It's a cracker.
It is really good, and if you aren't convinced, well, just go over to Bandcamp for Diplodocus. You can just Google it,
It's very good.
and you would love it. But we'll play a little clip of it here as well. I like this bit.
Fucking hell.
It's like a load of wine drinkers.
Good year. Good year.
Good year.
Good year, 25 billion BC. And the next award is for Best RPG App. And the nominations are Cyberpunk Red Companion by Artel Saurian Games 3 times. The winner therefore being... Mate, we've gone on about Cyberpunk a lot, but
We've mentioned this one already as well. I
Yes.
think, yeah.
It's very good.
But it's fucking, just get it. Like, even if you don't have it, get it, click it about, and see what it's capable of.
you got to click it about, mate.
Got to click it
And
about.
if that don't make you want to buy the fucking game, then buy the fucking
See, we've got
game.
GM tools, mate.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's the only RPG app I've ever actually been compelled to pay for, so that says something.
Yeah,
but
and even the free version
Drugs.
is absolutely, like, massive.
yeah, I mean, so you get
Night market.
the free version, you get most of what you need to be a player. For the GM tools, you pay for it, and they are amazing because you can roll initiative really quickly. You can roll a random encounter, and it will stat everything at once, and even roll an initiative
See.
for you. It's got every single item from the game in there that you can just search
Oh, yeah,
for. if you
every
need
single
it.
one. And it gets updated.
And it's even got new enemies on there, things like this. It's got a map of Night City. It's got a night market generator.
Yeah.
They're putting net architecture generators on there
Map's
as well.
really nice as well. Full colour.
Yeah, so it's got to the point now, this app, is so good that I don't bring the book to the game anymore.
No.
Because it's got everything I need on there. It's so good.
It's really good, man.
I very rarely like to use phones during the game, but I think A, it's appropriate because of the setting, and B, it's just such a good app. I honestly can't
It's even
recommend it
got
highly
dark
enough.
mode.
Yeah, it's got dark mode.
Thank God. For
Oh, yeah, it's tasty. It's a really tasty app.
It's very
They've-
good, and
they've
that's what you
thought
need.
well
And
into it.
that's, I do honestly feel like there's a missing link between that. Still, considering it's 2021, 2022, I know there are apps out there, but there's one that really links in with the game and makes the game easier to play with it, rather than it being a one or the other or a
That's
pain in the
because
arse. Do you know what I mean?
that's the good thing about it. It's like, as much as like, you know, digital sheets and stuff on an iPad is fine. This one actually makes it easier to play.
It's
But,
interactive. So.
yeah, because as well, one of the things you can do is that we had physical character sheets, obviously.
Yeah.
Right? But you can put your characters on the bloody app and then share them with other people that have got the app. So
Yeah.
when we built everyone's character, I didn't even bring the book. We did it all on the app. I then sent you a code, James, and then
And
you
me,
would
yeah.
just have it.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
just have it on your phone.
The only thing that you have to populate yourself is your own life path and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, because it rolls random. Oh no, I'm standing up. Sorry, I was handing them some prosecco. Yeah, because it rolls randomly for your entire life path, which is the standard way of doing things. But yeah, anyway, fantastic app. Really worth download if you play this game, and if you don't
100%.
play this game, play the game so you can use the app.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
And the next category is worst gaming app. And the nominees are D&D Beyond by Fandom Inc. 3 times.
Yep.
3 times.
Let me just say this, lads. I've run D&D 5e once,
Yes.
and I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
I've met Gary Gygax once.
I liked him.
He's a good bloke. However, in this app, right, let's say, for example, when I GM'd it, right, I had the Sword Coast Adventurers guide, because that was where we played the bloody campaign. So I go on the app and I think, right, I want to make a few NPCs for the world using the races from that area, using the class options from that area. It says, do you own this book? I type in the code on my book and it goes, congratulations, you've unlocked half price. So you have to buy the books again on the app. And for that reason alone, go fuck yourself.
It's outrageous.
You have to buy the books again,
Twice.
like if you want it.
How
And
can
it's just-
anyone think that's fair?
I don't know.
It's so
is
stupid.
out fucking
and they're trying to like
outrageous.
sell it as this all amazing thing, but it's just an online library of the books you physically own
So
that you
bad.
have to pay for again.
So bad.
And then all of those proceeds go to fucking Wizards of the Coast.
Exactly.
Well,
and if they're living by the coast,
yeah,
they've already got a lot of
And
money.
they're fucking wizards, mate. You know what I mean? They're laughing. They got spells
and money
galore.
coming out their ears.
Money coming out their ears.
I feel like we've
Sitting
gone
on the
too far
coast.
into fantasy land here.
Sorry, yeah, it's true.
Fantasyland Dizzy.
We should do that. We should do an AP one day of the actual Wizards of the Coast and
I
they're like
thought about
surfer
doing that.
dudes and stuff.
I thought about doing that for a while. I was thinking of doing a podcast where just called the official Wizards of the Coast podcast, right? But having it so that it's like not like that, but we pretend it's recordings of meetings they're having, and we talk about how we can fuck people out of money and stuff like this.
Oh, what was that we used to do? That was an old segment.
It was Into the Mind of Masters.
Oh yeah, to the mind of masters.
Hello, I'm Steve Jackson. All right, fucking gays.
Pinnacle with their gasoline. Anyway,
So yeah, I think for that, apparently it is quite a useful app, but it's got one of the worst fucking adverts ever, and it's got its insidious pricing model where you need to buy books again. I get it if that's the platform you use and you only do it on there, but who does that? So few people will
so
actually,
naughty.
Yeah,
if you're
it's
and
ridiculous.
especially like with the primo price tag on D&D.
Oh, it's a
products
subscription
anyway.
service.
Oh fuck's sake, that's what I mean. Yeah, no, that's outrageous. That is a money grab.
Yeah, it absolutely.
And I'm
is.
sure the developers behind it are probably quite upset because that's probably not what their intention was, and it's more a case of the old big corporation like we make more money out of this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
everyone's trying to be a subscribe-based model now.
Fucking arsehole.
That's just, well, maybe that's what we actually technically we are.
Oh, technically
Don't
we are,
say
Anything.
No,
It's a
we're
really good model.
shut up. We're technically a charity, so piss off.
Yeah, exactly. Because the Patreon money is literally keeping my lights on.
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
moment.
that's right.
So-
Yeah.
Since the old
you know.
bloody energy bill a light increase.
Crisis. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Actually, I've
Look at that. We've used 72p of electricity by sitting here already.
Oh no, don't.
It's a divorce meter.
That's scary. I've just turned my heating on and it's electric. I'm scared.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Fucked, mate. So the next category is cringiest shit of the year.
Ooh, yeah.
And once again, we've got 3 nominations the same.
Yep.
It's going to be Ginny D.
Oh, Ginny D.
Now, for those that don't know, Ginny D is a D&D YouTuber, not an RPG one, a D&D YouTuber, right?
Yeah.
Who is also, I would say, a cosplay YouTuber. Now,
Yeah,
let me just
they're-
tell you this, right? One of her most recent videos, I cosplayed all 3 female characters from the recent Critical Role campaign. She also does these really weird videos where
This is why it's cringy.
this is really why it got the nomination. Is she does she dresses up in like a character, and it will be like POV. A bard is writing a tale about your character.
Yeah, and it will allow you as a person watching her video to practice your role playing ability.
To talking back to the screen. So she'd be like, "Tell me about some victory you had," and then she's looking at you.
And you're like,
Yeah, and it has
no,
a timer.
And so you're supposed to sit
Fired
there
this
and
big
go,
arrow.
Well, I fired an arrow once. And it's like, mate, do you know what saddens me about this? I bet people have done it.
Yeah. Have you been tempted?
Well, I've done it. That's why I know. No, but look, and she is a bit fit, but that's not,
The thing is,
not
right.
why I subscribe, okay?
The thing is, right. She does do a lot of good for the community.
Yeah, and the shorts on her channel where she just goes like, and it's not a pair of shorts, it's a cosplay channel.
the YouTube shorts.
YouTube shorts. She does, quick DM advice, quick player advice,
that's
and
good.
I've got to be honest, it is quite good. But it's just there's a lot on her channel. There's
It's
one
super
like.
cringe.
So she is a player then. You can tell that she plays or runs or
She
knows
does
what she's
both,
talking
and she knows what she's
about.
talking about.
Yeah,
She's got good charisma and all of that.
it's just
but
cringe city.
There was one she did called Conversations with My Dice, and it was just her. The camera would go to the dice and it'd be like, "I'm sorry, I rolled a 1 that time," and then she'd be like, "Don't you do that again."
You're
And
going
it's
to
like-
naughty bin.
So then I just basically what I'm saying is I just popped to the nearest bridge and jumped off because I hated it so much.
I bet she's got a lot of fans.
I think honestly, I do like some of the stuff she does.
Yeah.
But I just wish she'd cut out that weird shit, man.
That
And
cringe
her English accent is really annoyingly bad. And she's got a character, right? We 3 here know that Irish names are spelt really stupidly.
Yes.
So AISLING, right? Irish for Ashley.
Yep.
But she calls the character Ashling. And I'm like, you can't. Fucking, yeah, it annoys me. It annoys there's a lot of cringe on there, but the POV stuff. So if you can, there's one with a half orc medic who's looking after you while you're in the hospital. Watch that one, because if you want to cringe to death, that's the best one.
Oh wow.
What's wrong?
And then he's like, I see.
You need X-ray.
Open legs. The next award is for Best Community. Yes. And the nominees are Old School Essentials Facebook group, the 3T RPG Discord, and the 3T RPG Discord. The winner is the 3T RPG Discord. Now, I will say this. It does seem like we're trying to be like, oh, thanks, fans, but I didn't nominate them. So you two.
No,
They're
true.
a bunch of Herberts.
No, the thing is, right. The thing that's funny is it's full of cunts because they're the only people that listen or even make this podcast.
No,
are
don't call them
cunts.
cunts. They're freaks. They're weirdos.
Yeah.
They're weird cunts.
They're the dregs of society.
Okay.
Like us.
Well,
No, but we're British.
What
Speak for
I
yourself.
like about them guys is that they
Not afraid.
they just chat,
talk
they've been
shit.
ongoing. They're
there's absolutely no judgment in
no,
that.
you can just say what the fuck you want, and the fact that they're just active, it's just so nice to be able to.
It's
Just
good to see,
chatting away.
and they're a really nice bunch of people. We do often just talk about games and films and things that are like this, and it's non-judgmental and
Yes.
and bloody stupid, and basically
Someone
anything
might want a
goes.
bit of advice.
Well, what I liked was that when that listener posted on the Discord about his furry boyfriend, I did the way that he posted it, he was like, look, I was going to post on another Discord server to get opinions, but I figured I'd get the most biased and offensive views on this one. And I was like, he knows us well, man.
Knows us very well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so but yeah, I really enjoy talking to those guys on the Discord server, and also, you know, as the community as a wider whole, the people
Yeah.
that send questions in.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
I
the
was trying
best.
to get I was trying to get Jamie at work to go on the Discord. He opened it up, and I was just like, "Look, mate, it's full of nerds. obviously, because why would it not be? But if you want to ask a nerd-based question,
Come on
that's
in.
your fucking go-to place.
That's
It
it.
is-
That is the
it
place.
is. It's
That
very
is the
good.
place to be. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you very much to everyone that's been part of that community. I definitely think if you aren't part of it already, go in there because it's less sordid than you might believe.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's true.
it's full of like stupidness, but fucking, it does calm
That's
down.
mainly
and-
from one bloke.
It should leave you giggling. We'll have to post the PDF into the chat then.
There you go, guys.
There you go.
You can take that to the bank.
You're going to have to watermark it so they can't reuse it.
That's
though.
a point. Yeah.
For those that don't know, we send out, it's as a sort of mini joke at the RPG industry, we send out our trophies as a PDF.
If you want a physical one, that's extra.
Well, and it's at, now you're on something. We could charge it. But it was funny when Pinnacle posted the picture of the PDF on their site, and it was really bad. Like, I'd looked it up in like a few minutes.
They were happy about it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, we got a bit of a love-hate with Pinnacle, haven't we? I think they hate us.
They must do.
They must do.
And we
love them, though, in some ways.
Shut up.
Shut
And the next
up.
Drank too
category
much.
is Worst Community. And the nominees are Lamentations of the Flame Princess, Critical Role, and the 3T RPG Discord. All right, well, Critical Role is the winner.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that we've kind of already touched on it a little bit. It seems like the Critical Role themselves are probably all right. They're not really. But the community, it seems to shit out annoying people.
You know, it's like all the shit people just like, oh, don't do this, don't do that. Oh, yeah, but they're the best because they are. When they can't give you any tangible evidence to back anything up, they're just like, yeah, but I'm a fan, so
got
I
good voice.
win.
Well, what I liked was that I watched a video once because I was desperately trying to figure out why people.
Same.
like-
I've been trying to get into it.
But
Not get into it, but just
I
try and
can't
like watch
see
it
what
long
people
enough
like
to
about it.
understand what it is.
I
Yeah.
saw a video, right? There was this guy that was like, why Matt Mercer is the greatest GM of all time.
Oh my god.
Right, and he was like, he knows the rules, and I was like thinking,
Whoa.
well, the one I actually seriously sat down and watched was the Savage Worlds one, and where he got the rules
Fucked it
completely
right
wrong.
up, didn't he? Yeah.
So what's he fucking up in this game?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know, but yeah, just see the community of it. It's just as much as I understand the Mercer effect, what they think they're going to get is. Because if you watch Critical Role, people think what it's going to be is your characters hanging around at a bar, talking about their feelings, chatting, talking about their background stories, and then occasionally, like half an hour later, Matt Mercer looks up and he goes, a man walks into the bar and he's got a... And then he does his terrible, terrible accent that he can't... If he's a voice... There's a reason he's a fucking voice actor in anime, let me tell you that.
Yes.
But that's not really what you get in most RPGs.
Yeah.
You kind of, your characters kind of build up more, I'd say in most cases, by what they do rather
Yep.
than just talking about it, right?
Yeah.
And it's nice if that's the way you want to fucking play a game, whatever. I mean, but it's that's made the community bad because they expect things to go a certain way.
Yeah.
They don't like it when it doesn't. And they also expect that when they GM, they're going to be a storyteller.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And the players are actually going to sit there and listen to it rather than wanting to do their own shit.
Yeah. It's not a man comes into a bar and tells you his entire life story. It's like a man comes into a bar and you go, can you give me some gold?
Yeah, oi.
But yeah, I just think I think that's why the community sucks so bad and they're so annoying. And also it's a lot of young people too, which I hate.
Yeah, we're getting old. Young people suck.
There's one young guy that I like. I can't remember his name.
What's
but
that little one next door?
that little one that keeps on shouting at me.
The last guest.
Yeah, Critical Role. It's their community is so annoying, and it's also full of so many people that don't play the game, but they kind of consider themselves to be players anyway.
Oh, do you think there's a lot of people that can give opinion on the hobby but have never actually played and just watched Critical Role?
Loads.
Oh, yeah, that's why it's shit.
Oh, can you imagine one of them? Well, I watch a lot of Critical Role and I know that.
Well,
that's...
that's almost like, so you know the recent setting that released for D&D called The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. I think
Yeah,
it's called. It's set in the Critical Role universe. Right?
Fuck's sake.
And I know, why not us? Why
Yeah.
isn't fucking Foreign Beggars
Yeah, come on.
a setting that was... No, anyway. But the point is that...
That's because Hollywood are coming.
that came out and it was advertised not as here's these new classes for your game, these new areas for your game. It's Critical Role fans.
Do you want to play in the Critical Role world?
No, it's like, do you want to find out more about the characters you love? Buy this book. So they're also trying to appeal to people just to buy the books to read them as kind of like an annual
Yeah,
type
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And
That guy you like in that program you watch, there's a book out that's 70 quid that you can learn
And
a
you
little
can read
bit
the
more
whole
about it.
backstory,
There's a
yeah.
little paragraph.
That's
in it.
bollocks.
That's terrible.
I mean, it's at very least, it's a step in the wrong direction for the whole hobby.
There's lots of aspects of this hobby that I fucking hate.
What, give me another one.
Well, just that crappiness. There's like, you know, weird shit that people do, and it's just like you don't get that in bird watching circles.
Yeah, as far as you know.
Well, that's true. Actually.
Which depends what bird you're
They've all
watching.
got binoculars and fucking telescopes.
Listen, and most people they own the binoculars before
Binoculars.
before they got into bird watching. Let me tell you that. A bunch of old guys hanging around in bushes. Sorry, mate.
Sorry, mate. That ain't.
No, you're right. No, but every community has their bad eggs.
Yeah.
And of course, you're going to get more the bigger that it is.
That
and
is
Critical
true.
Role and D&D being as big as it is, there's a lot of cunts. And,
Yeah.
well, not cunts, but just cringy people. Do you know
Cringers,
what I mean?
yeah.
And it's like, I like the conventions we've attended because
Yeah.
it's mainly people our age or sort of very young kids that are like-minded. But it's like, there are very few like teenage cringy cosplayers.
Yeah,
hanging around.
definitely.
And when that, and I think Critical Role kind of fosters that type, and I don't like that.
a certain demographic will.
What we do is deeply weird already.
Yes.
We don't need it to be any more weird.
Don't add
I
more
think
layers of cringe on top.
the best thing is just to accept that the hobby is strange and then just get on with it. But these people, they add the weird to it. They're fanboyism. It always hurts things. But yeah, Critical Role community, suck your mum.
Well deserved award. Suck your mum.
And the next category is Industry Rad Dude of the Year.
Ooh.
Oh yes.
The nominee, the
Nominees.
The
No.
The
nominees.
nominees.
Hankering for an ale. CJ Stott and CJ Stott. Yes.
Slow clap.
That's not going to be annoying, is it? But, yeah, I mean, is CJ Stott technically... So, listeners...
He's technically our pod dad.
Yeah.
Listeners, CJ Stott is not actually sort of an industry guy. I don't know. Is he written stuff?
What? No, he is because he's part of the
hobby.
community and hobby and community and industry.
Okay, well, fine. But this is... We've nominated a listener, right? For some reason.
He's a facilitator.
I like him.
I like him.
And to be fair, if it weren't for him, I never would have got Cyberpunk Red because he sent us free stuff.
Yeah.
And that was really, really kind of him. Not only did he send Nick the Alien RPG,
my
he
God,
sent him the Boxed Adventure as well. And like, I think I people like this who are generous and kind of want people to get into certain other things.
Yep.
And
This is what you fucking expect from a really nice, humble community.
Critical Role
People
community
like
wouldn't do this.
that. No.
No, they'd nick
It
your
was just
book.
like, oh yeah, I'm not using it. I've been it. You can have it for free. It's like, what? Are you serious? It's
That's
like,
Got this new rule book. Oh, what Critical Role season was that used in? None. Put in bin.
Yeah, but CJ, he's a very nice guy. He gives out fantastic advice
Yep.
on the Discord server, and he sent us free stuff. So that
he's- yeah.
I believe is a good reason to win an award.
as well. Yes.
oh yes.
Listen up, listeners, if you want to, because actually there's another listener that sent me quite a lovely package. I was on the DCC RPG Facebook.
Yep.
Seeing if any, because there was this long out of print dice game for DCC Lankmar called Rat Snake.
Yeah.
And I was seeing if anyone had one for sale and wanted to buy it, and he just sent me that for free as long as with a bunch of other DCC goodies. But unfortunately, it's arriving after the awards show. But next year, Keith, take a look out. Keep a lookout.
That,
Yeah,
award,
CJ
that
said-
award's coming.
I feel like this, the just giving it to the bloke who sent us some lovely gifts has made a mockery of this.
Yeah.
No, but he's a
Yeah.
cool guy.
No, he's a cool guy.
Well then,
Well,
shut up.
All right, cool guy award.
Well, he's a rad dude, yeah.
Yeah, he is. That's a fact now. And the next fucking category is
Fucking
for industry douche of the year. Douche of the year.
douche of the year. Cunt of the year.
I'm trying to not. I don't want to have to go through and put all the effects on it, so I'm doing it live. I've only decided to do it with the second last. But yeah, the nominees are Arcadum, and Chris Field. So yeah, Arcadum is the winner, everyone. The winner.
Winner.
Okay, so here's the reason why I want to put forward my argument for nominating him over Chris Field. Chris Field puts pedo stuff in his game, right? But I think only about one person read that, and that was me. So Arcadum, he manipulated hundreds of people, and
he did the maths.
He did the maths. 17.8% of players in his game got raped.
Oh.
No, but there was one. There was one that did. And no, in fact, actually, a lot of it wasn't it? But essentially, for those that don't know the story, Arcadum, he ran this big online game for hundreds of people, thousands of people, called the Verum Living World. And within that world, people played lots of Splinter games, and they would all actually affect the world. And it was a really good idea.
That's awesome.
But it had loads of collaborators at the top level, sort of making music, artwork, things like this. And he used this opportunity to prey on people. And the good thing about all of that is that the chat logs were all saved, and we read them out on the podcast. And it's like, it's really horrible. Like my favourite one, and obviously it's very hard to have a favourite, sort of rapey
moment.
Chat.
Yeah.
But he was like, when he was like, oh yeah, was just thinking of jerking it before I went to bed, and you said you had trouble sleeping recently, so maybe you could do it with me, and it would just be, sorry, and then she was like, no, I don't feel like it, and he's like, well, I'm just trying to do this for you, man. And it was like, yeah, he's a nightmare of a human being, and I think the community's better without him not in it.
Yeah.
And I think the level and effort and time he put into manipulating people was remarkable. So I think he's a very
well deserved award. Yeah.
Twanged.
She's the serpent who guards the gates of hell.
All right, so the next one is going to be the People's Choice Awards, right? And this time people have nominated good ones and bad ones. We usually do a good and a bad. Now, I won't do my new one announcement thing for this because I feel like we have to talk about it a little bit, right? So the People's Choice Good Award. Basically, everyone voted on the Discord for what they thought was the best thing this year in RPGs that deserved a mention. And some of the runner-ups include this podcast.
Thanks. Thank you.
Kevin Crawford, who made Worlds Without Number this year. An image of a bloke wearing bondage gear was posted on there, so that's up for a runner-up.
Well, that's important, yeah.
My son.
Yeah.
Somebody just nominated their mate Steve. So
Dan's mate Steve. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
No, but this is why, right? This is why the listeners should never be asked anything. Somebody nominated my RPG Don't for best rule system under £7,000.
Well, that is true. Yeah.
Fact.
And
the winner, I did this by people clicking and putting likes on it. So the winner for this year is going to be Big Apple Sewer Samurai.
Ooh.
This is a TMNT thing for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing for Savage Worlds. It's a mini setting, looks really fucking good. We didn't play it, but we did play.
We played Sean's homebrew version of it. Was that out before Sean did it?
I don't know.
Oh, they nicked it off of Sean.
I hope. Oh,
you're in trouble.
No, but all we know, we haven't played that setting, but what we do know is that playing TMNT in Savage Worlds is a match made in heaven.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. But that's precisely what that's designed to do. And
yes,
it is a 90s. It's all 90s based.
100%.
And I think it's a good name too, Big Apple Sewer Samurai.
Yeah, it's cool.
But yeah, so go and check that one out on Drive Through RPG because it looks pretty fucking good actually. And we know we had fun playing a very, very similar setting in the same system. So, and the People's Choice Shit Awards. Right, we've got 3 runner-ups. The Omicron variant of the coronavirus, right?
Yes. Christmas. Turn up for Christmas, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Cheers, mate.
It's the worst present ever.
Yeah.
D&D got a nomination for best rules system over £7,000. Bobby Evans got another mention. I think the person who nominated them, I won't name them, but the person who nominated Bobby Evans, they said it's for being a coward because he took away his... I'm no longer working with Pinnacle video. He took that down.
Why?
Well, because he was getting
he is working.
And I've got to be honest, when I posted it on Facebook, I did message him. He never messaged me back. But the winner is the Dungeons and Daddies podcast. Now, I know you guys haven't listened to this, unless you have.
No.
It's insufferable.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw that this was the winner nominated by all the guys on the Discord. It's annoying. Like
you do know that we're all dads here because Nick's a cat dad and me and you're a baby dad.
I think what they mean is because it's 2 gay blokes.
Oh right.
And one of them's the daddy.
Oh no.
That kind. That's very different.
Right. And there's a third one in there. As far as I can tell, it's an actual play podcast. I have only listened to 5 minutes of it. I will say that, but it is enough. They're doing one currently where they're playing dogs, and it's called Fetch Quest.
Felch Quest.
But James, apologise. No, it's okay. He can say it because he is gay.
Yeah, that's true.
What?
What?
Am I?
You are now.
Am I coming out?
Say it. But yeah, basically, if you like a podcast where it's people just over talking each other constantly and making jokes that are so unfunny, just so unfunny, it's like it almost made me angry, like how bad the jokes were.
So the listeners that have nominated this, the People's Choice, how much have they listened? I want to know.
Probably a similar amount. And also, do you know what? Do you know what I've never liked in podcasts?
Is it a new podcast?
I know it's quite old, but they're still going. But what I hate is funny ad reads. Now I know we did it a little bit for Manscaped, right? I will say this now: we didn't actually really like it, but we did. We
just got some free
we
stuff,
got the free stuff. But nobody has ever successfully done a funny ad read. That's a fucking fact.
Yeah.
Right? And these guys try it, and it'll be like, one of them will come on and be like, so, get your junk in shape for Manscaped, and then he'll just be like, hey, that rhymes, and they'll all go, and it's like, is that funny? Is that funny? And the fucking advert takes 5 minutes. It's like, what are you doing? Fucking, I'm annoyed. I just threw my pencil
Free
down.
pencil in anger.
God, it's hot in this room.
Well deserved.
Yeah, well done, Dungeons and Dannies. You win the People's Choice Shit Award. So that's not even just us nominating
That's
it.
the
That's
people.
literally a dozen people.
That's the Dark Army.
Yep.
That is.
That is it for the awards.
You can't read the Jim Bim Salad Bim, Nick.
I wasn't
don't
reading
read it.
I wasn't reading it.
All right, well, that is it for the awards. I want to say a big congratulations to all of those positive ones that won. You really do deserve it, and that's why I'm going to send, not just a PDF, but a high-quality PDF.
Oh yeah, it's going to be like one of those ones
There we
that
go.
you
There we
can't
go.
send via email because it's too big.
There we go.
So we
Oh,
won't
yeah,
send
yeah,
it. We'll have to send the small
proper.
version.
We'll print it.
with the intent of selling the high quality.
We'll print
version.
it, but they'll need to pay postage.
Yeah, otherwise they ain't getting it.
We'll print it,
And
but
for
we'll
the
keep it.
shit ones, I mean, we've had quite a jam-packed year full of shit stuff this year, actually. We've had furry games, we've had online rapists, we've had paedophiles. I mean,
Don't.
we've had... Hey! somebody in the Discord's running that. Sid the Squid, I think it was.
Mate.
He's running it for his Christmas game this year.
That's so good. No, honestly though, it's fucking great. It is great. It's
best game
hilarious, but it is a massive
Do you know,
middle finger up.
I honestly thought the funniest thing about it was because I just find it funny, even though it's a joke I made. But in it, a critical is called no. If you get a success, it's called a do. Mm-hmm. If you get a failure, it's called a don't. So you say to your player, "You got a don't." But a critical is a big do, and
big do.
and a
Big
critical
do.
fail is a big don't.
Very good.
Genius. Check out don't actually, because I could do with the money.
Please.
Just
It's under £7,000. It's under £7,000.
I might take it off for sale.
Yeah, take it finally.
£7,000.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
You should get a bot to.
I know you've been holding
to
out.
take it off sale when they purchase it.
All right, I'm definitely cutting that out. All right, before we go on to the electro letters, we're going to do a bit of Jim Bim AI Salabim.
Oh yes.
So recently, I discovered a site called AI Weirdness that existed, and on this site, one brave soldier by the name of Janelle Shane has been feeding neural networks all sorts of weird shit, including recipes, Pokemon jokes, pickup lines. Anyway, for this experiment, right, she fed the Tin Man all the D&D spells, and because there's not actually a very large number of spells on D&D, it learned the whole text very quickly, and it could fart out the entire spell book verbatim with little to no trouble. So what she did was she turned up the temperature. Now, I don't know if this is just making the computer sweat, so it makes mistakes, but she explains it by saying essentially she's making the robot go for its second best guess, right? When typing out names letter by letter, causing spelling errors, which then it had a hard time recovering from. So that was a long explanation, but we're going to play Jim Bim Salabim with AI-generated spells. Essentially, all you have to do is guess, is it a real spell the AI came up with, or is it made up by me,
all right.
Jim Bim Salabim? 1. Barking sphere.
Barking sphere. I'm going to say
That's the robot.
Wait, what do we call it if it's a?
If
Tin
it's,
Man.
it's a Jim Bim Salabim, if it's a wrong, otherwise it's robot.
All right, a robot.
Robot.
Correct, yeah. Barking sphere. I mean, that sounds like a good spell, right?
That's just a ball that comes out.
It doesn't hurt anyone, but it's very distracting. I'm imagining it floating along slowly as well.
With a little mouth.
Next one. Heat on farm.
Ah, Jim Bim.
Nick?
Tin Man.
Nick is right.
Yes.
It was done by the robot. Heat on Farm. Number 3, Lock Sandwich. Lock Sandwich.
Jim Bim
mate,
Sullivan.
that's a Jim Bim.
It is. I made that one up.
Yes.
I was thinking that would be actually kind of a cool use of the lock spell, though. You're
Yeah.
just going to boop, and then you're like, nobody's getting to that ham. Number 4, Hold Mouse.
Hold mouse. Oh, mate, that is a fucking Salabim, mate. That's the Tin Man.
Oh, hold on.
No, you got it wrong, mate. Salabim is a wrong. Robot.
No.
is it Tin
Jim
Man?
Bim is a wrong. Jim Bim is a right, and Salabim is a robot.
No, you're an idiot.
Okay, it's the
Stop
robot.
confusing things. The robot did it, Nick.
Tin Man.
Okay, yep, you are correct. Yes. Obviously, in D&D, you have the hold person spell.
Yeah.
So this is just a worse version of
Hold
it.
Mouse.
Hold mouse. It only it specifically works on that one. Next
Or
one.
animal slightly smaller.
The next one is kick.
How many eyes? How many eyes are we talking?
We're talking a lot of eyes.
Oh, mate, that's going to... I'm going to say that's a Jim Bim.
Yeah, Jim Bim.
Yeah, you're right. I made that one up. Next one, mind block.
Block! Oh, mate, that's got to be a tinny.
That's Tin Man.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know what block means,
That's
but mind
fucking
block.
wicked.
Doesn't sound very nice though, does it? I'll give you a mind block, mate.
Whatever that is, I don't want to know.
one of them.
I think that's a good sort of fake made up spell to boast.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if you're a wizard, you'd be like, "You fucking serious, mate? I'm going to mind block
Yeah,
you."
you carry on going on
and then
like
roll
that.
intimidate.
And then they're like, "What the fuck is that?"
You know, it's like blood clot, but shut up, you mind block.
You block clot. We've got 4 more of these to go. Next one is Clert.
Clert. Mate, that's going to be a fucking Jiminy Bimini.
That's Jim.
Correct. That was that's my idea for my next character
That's
name.
Jim Bim.
Number 8, Farming.
Come on, that's a tin.
That's Tin Man.
Yeah, that's the robot.
He's struggling there. He's struggling there, isn't it?
That's not so much of a spell as it is an
That's a cry
occupation.
for help, isn't it?
That's a whole profession.
Finger of Enftembtimang.
Sorry?
Tin Man was that at the end?
Finger of Enftembtimang.
Oh, mate, I feel like,
Tin Man.
I'm going to say Jim.
I'm saying Tin.
Okay, Nick, you are correct.
Yes,
Damn it.
the
That was
Tin
another
Man.
robot. And the very final one we got here, True Steak.
True Steak. Oh, this is good.
Not fake steak, True Steak.
Okay, I'm gonna stick a tin on it.
Yeah, I'm Tin Man.
Yeah, that was also made up by a
Yeah,
robot.
that's that boy.
We got to figure out like what a mind block is.
Mind block. That's the one
Wait,
that's the
Oh,
take.
no, that could be actually save it, bank it. That could be a good episode. We go through all the spells and try and make actual usable spells out.
Oh,
Okay.
you know, I was gonna say, can we convert them into the
Cash.
the first release of next year's pre-TRPG publishing?
Yes.
Well.
So we're gonna get Tin Man to write our book now.
Oh yeah. Oh, we've got to release the first AI generated RPG.
You heard it here first. Trademark.
Trademark. TM.
Copyright.
If you fucking do it, we've got lawyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really shit ones. I mean, good
No,
ones.
they're good. They're
good
really
ones.
good.
They're really good.
His-
They
their
sue stuff for fun.
their office is really nice.
Their paperwork's really
Right, that is
box.
Jim Bim AI Salabim, right?
That's really good.
Next up, we got your Electro Letters Christmas edition.
In the future, you will be able to send a letter or
Christmas.
parcel from anywhere on the planet. This, sir, is the Electro Letter.
As this is the last one of the year, James,
What?
come on, let's sit in pipes. Let's back.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing.
I accidentally pressed the SOS. Right. Oh no, I've ruined the segment. Right, forget. I was trying to press the volume. I pressed the side button.
Yeah, you should press it 10 times. You SOS'd it, mate.
Okay. I think they're sending a rescue chopper.
It's just
You see somebody rappelling down the side of the building.
smash.
He actually went, what?
Oh, that was a disaster. Right, Sid
Anyway.
the Squid. He says, "What do you want for Christmas?"
Oh,
No, serious answers.
serious.
What do I want for Christmas? Happiness.
Oh, for goodness sake.
fuck off.
So that's a serious fucking answer, though.
No, it isn't. I'm
Yes,
saying
it is.
they're saying, what do you want as a present for Christmas?
I don't.
They care about what you think. They want to know more about you.
No, I don't fuck the materialistic side of it. Just, no, you want me to be serious? There, you fucking have it. Deep.
Okay.
Not very. Nick,
I've asked for them like beard straighteners that are like little brush that heats up and it straightens your beard.
could do
It's
that.
quite cool. Yeah.
didn't know they existed.
Yeah, me neither until the other day. So, yeah,
Brilliant.
I've asked for a year's membership to the RSPB sites because I like bird watching.
Okay, cool.
Oh, cool.
If you like bird watching, go to a nudist beach. Well, the thing
you?
is, I think I know one thing that my mother has got me, and maybe I shouldn't say because she might listen. No, she won't listen to this. She's coming here on Tuesday.
She'll listen
You're
to
editing Monday.
Yeah, she might.
She
All
will.
right, no, forget it. But I think that she's got me the Isle of Dread, the Goodman Games. You know the original Adventures reincarnated.
Yeah.
Because she asked me if I want anything from Goodman Games, and I said that, and it's
All of
probably
it.
going to be.
Yeah,
So I'm
it's
really
amazing.
excited about that.
It's so good.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I want. I want that, please.
I want that place now.
Next up is going to be Sloppy Pete. He says RPG/RPG light games that are good for Christmas one-shots suggestions.
Don't.
Don't. Actually, Squid's doing that. Well, I would also say, I think a lot of people said that Quags is really good for Quags. But I think a lot of people said Quags is good for that type of thing.
We played a Christmas one. What's that Christmas one that we played a couple of years ago?
Honey Heist?
I run it. No. We did do Honey Heist. Yeah, that was fun.
But that would be good. You could just trap it so it's a Christmas convention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there was an...
Christmas.
Doesn't matter. I can't remember. Someone dressed up as a Santa.
I got a good one. You're thinking of Trailer Park Shark Attack.
That's it, yeah.
Trailer Park Shark Attack is a good Savage Worlds one. In addition to that, Lamentations of the Gingerbread
Yes, that's
Princess.
it. The gingerbread one,
Hey.
yeah. From Cold Warning, Call of Cthulhu one. That would make a fun Christmas one.
That would be good.
But just set it at Christmas all the
All you have to do is that image
Yeah.
where the bloke is. So this is
He's
an
in a Christmas
adventure.
hat.
Yeah, he's in a Christmas hat.
Exactly.
Simple
Just
stuff.
got, yeah. So you know that otherworldly monster. Just put a little
Just
Christmas hat on him.
like Cthulhu comes out, he's got a little hat on.
Jingle Bell.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Gingerbread Princess was a really good adventure for Lamentations of the
Yeah.
Flame Princess. So that's my recommendation.
I gotta say Cold Warning by Call of Cthulhu. That was very good.
James Clark.
Oh, don't.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Damn it,
gotta
don't.
do
Well,
it.
yeah, because that's set in neutral. It's
Yeah, it
almost
is.
rules neutral.
Yeah.
Lassie, he says, old school or new school gaming? James?
Oh, old school.
I'm going to say if I have to pick one, old school. Nick?
Yeah, I think I'd go old school as well.
I do. I like.
I love new school. I love new stuff. I love new innovation. Actually, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm not. I think actually I'm going to go new school because there's more game mechanics now that I enjoy. I love the old style of a game.
But you
There's a lot
like
of
the ones with
innovations.
story focused.
Yeah,
type,
I love changing things a bit. Yeah, so I'm going to go new school.
Yeah, because I like Gennap, for example.
Yes,
is
exactly.
a good new school
Oh,
game.
yeah, that's a good point.
But I think it depends. It depends on what mood I'm in.
Yeah, what you
honestly,
fancy,
because,
yeah.
because the thing is, there's obviously a place for both, and I think
I
he
couldn't
goes
agree
into
more.
this a little bit more. He says Grognards versus Soy Boy Beta Cucks. When did PC death become non-standard? Why does it need to be discussed in session 0 whether or not a PC can die?
What?
Mind-boggling.
That's
Is that
news to
something
me.
that really happens?
Well, apparently, it is, isn't
Well,
it?
no
Because,
deaths.
you know, like the heroes never die kind of shit.
So
Oh,
yeah, but
yeah,
that's
yeah.
just that should be like a 2-second
No,
conversation.
but it's just.
I feel like all it is at the beginning of the campaign, you point out this game can be deadly.
I don't know if I'd want to play a game where you couldn't die.
I wouldn't. It would fuck me
Just
off.
'cause it
no,
takes
because
away
then
that-
you'd be like, all right, cool. Well, I'm just going to run into
take
like
liberties
the
then.
middle of that with 18 grenade straps.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
pull the pins out at once, blow up.
Fuck it.
Oh, good point. Yeah, you can easily game. But yeah, I mean, it really depends on what mood I'm in. I mean,
Yeah.
Cyberpunk Red, in many respects, despite the fact it builds on old rules, is a really modern game.
Yeah, yeah.
And does a lot of stuff that you wouldn't have found in old school stuff. But it depends on what
tough
mood
one.
I'm in. Now, I
It's a
don't know. I never got this like thing where it's like one or the other, right?
No.
And people always get in arguments about it because they've made their choice. They've spent their money in that one direction. They don't want to admit that they like both.
Yeah.
And I think as
No,
role
I'm-
players, like
You
Genesis
can
is
like
about
more
as
than one.
new school as you could possibly get in
Yeah.
terms of the intention of its design. But I have fun playing it. It's not wouldn't be my normal cup of tea, and I don't generally run games like that except
Yeah.
for like Vampire or something. But I always enjoy playing them.
Yeah.
Because it's fun. It's an RPG. Who cares?
I like both. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't need the. Do you like one or the other? It's yeah.
Yeah,
both.
it depends on the mood. And
Yeah.
also, if somebody's running it, I'm always willing to play.
Yeah,
because it'll be a good laugh.
Try something new.
Stag, he says, do you have sprouts at Christmas or are you a bell end?
I always have sprouts.
I'm
at
a bell
Christmas.
end.
I'm a bell end because I would never choose to cook them up, but if they're put on a plate in front of me, I'll eat them.
We'll always mix them with bacon.
That's
Makes
what
them
you
a lot
got to
more
do.
fun.
That's people make them wrong. Yeah, they're boiling it, right? That's what our
'em off
grandmothers
with
did
bacon,
years
mate.
ago. But it's like, no, you've got bacon, bit of oil, bacon on it, perfect.
Absolutely.
And that what I tend to do during sprout season as well is like one of my go to like quick meals is just fry some onions up, fry some garlic and sprouts in it, and then put some pasta in.
I do that.
And it's
Sounds
really nice,
Yeah, I do
especially with
that.
cheese on the
Sounds
top
good
as well.
I don't mind sprouts. I didn't like them, but
You've got to cook them right. That's the
Yeah.
trouble. Boiling them, it's like eating a bit of like
plastic. Just a bit of fart
yeah.
smelling plastic. Yeah. I like this guy's name.
Bargle the Infamous. He says, "What wish list? What supplement /setting /adventure do you wish existed? 5e Planescape, Savage Blake's 7, GURPS Fatal." I feel like he's answered all of them, really.
Yeah, well, that's everything.
All of those things.
GURPS Fatal.
GURPS
Yeah, so
Fatal.
supplement, adventure, or setting that you wish existed.
The official X-Files RPG.
I think there might be one. You know,
Really?
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, there's definitely a homebrew somewhere. There's definitely
I
like
reckon-
an indie release.
Or
because there was like there was the time when every single bloody bloke and their dog was making D20 games.
Ah, yeah,
and
that's true.
you know, you've got things like D20 WWE. and things.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So I bet
could
you
be
there's an
there.
X-Files.
Or all right, what about? Oh god, what's that film with Warwick Davis in it? A really good
Willow.
one. Yes, Willow. Willow
Yeah.
the RPG.
The only film with Warwick Davis in it where he's not dressed up in something.
Yeah.
Like but yeah, I don't know. Like, okay, this is a bit of a pretentious answer, but I do feel as if there isn't an RPG system out there for something existing already, I'll do it in Savage Worlds. Usually,
So true.
because it's so easy.
True, and that's the beauty of Savage Worlds.
Yeah, that's true. You can. It's so easy to track
But
it.
if, say, for example, if there was something like for example, TMNT when my brother ran it.
Yeah.
Before we knew of the existence of
that thing, yeah.
official
Well, no, like I
release.
said, maybe we didn't know. And Pinnacle have just.
But and also, like, so for example, something like Alien, right?
Yeah.
It's like you, if the official RPG wasn't out, I would play it in Savage Worlds, but because it is, I'll buy it. But
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
exactly. It's not as if I'm ever pining after something getting made simply because I like it. Like I don't know. It's just,
But no, it's very true. So, I just thought of one as well, like the Running Man. Great idea, but you could do that so well. With
yeah, but
Savage
you only have
Worlds.
one skill, running and man.
And man, I roll man.
I assume that's a film about like runners.
You've seen
like
Running Man.
Olympic
You've
running.
seen the Running Man.
No.
It's the Arnie one when he goes to Mars and he's in a big competition.
Does he run in it?
Oh no, it's Total Recall when he goes to Mars. Sorry.
If you don't even know.
The Running Man is a big competition where it's like
Running Man.
a battle royale type thing, last man standing, and there's a load of like people that are after the runners. Yeah, it's good. Watch it. It's
So you want a Running Man setting,
Stephen
but-
King's alter ego wrote it. Steve Thingy Backman.
Richard
Backman.
yeah.
Backman. He wrote Running Man.
So yeah, I don't know. There's nothing really, actually, to be
Fuck
honest.
it.
Yeah.
I'd like a good mecha game. I think that maybe Mechton will be that. But I haven't actually played it, so I don't know. But Sloppy Pete, what's the best / worst experience you've had trying to get a family to play an RPG at Christmas?
My best experience was getting everybody to play a bit of what did we play now? We played Forget About It on holiday.
Forget about it.
We played on holiday. My brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, all them.
Yeah, but it went well though, didn't it?
Yeah, it went really well. It was really good.
Everyone loved it.
Yeah, it's a best or worst. I'm going. That's my best.
Okay.
Everyone really enjoyed it. It was really fun, and there was some PvP, which was always interesting.
Well, I did actually start running and I spoke about it before, and I was going to do like a really long thing, but I did start running a Harry Potter campaign for Layla.
Yeah.
And then it was like, it started off all right, but she wasn't really up for it,
Right.
and really didn't want to try stuff. And it was like, this is before, when lockdown happened, and then we all met up, and then we're all outside in the field,
Yeah.
away from each other, but role playing and she was really good that day.
Yeah.
So it's sad because I didn't get any of that when I was trying to run
that's a
that.
shame.
She was just sort of like she was a bit. She enjoyed sort of the descriptions and stuff that was happening, but she didn't really understand on how to suggest what to do. In that,
Oh, that's a shame. Seamless.
I left the room. I came back.
we've,
Had a piss.
we've done our answers.
What I shouldn't have done is go into the room and announce the word seamless.
They would never know.
Did you answer the question?
We did.
Good. Right.
We did the worst and best. Well, not worst, but
Well, I'll be able to report back after this Christmas, right? Because my mum will be playing for the first time.
oh yeah, that's the point.
So we'll see. We'll see Sloppy Pete.
We'll see Sloppy Pete. We'll let you know.
So the Buttman, he says, if Satan
It's Satan.
Satan Claus.
Oh, it is Satan Claus. Sorry.
Yeah, if Satan Claus came out of hell and offered you the deck of many things, which card would you want to pull? And Ace followed up with, which one do you deserve?
Oh,
Oh wait, but I don't know all of the fucking cards.
they're all there.
Well, I've written them on the plan there, mate.
Oh wait.
They're all there, mate.
Oh shit, son.
Well, I personally think any situation you choose once. Oh, avoid any situation you choose once. That would be good, just to get like a day off.
yeah.
And but the one I probably deserve is one of your friends turns against you.
Yeah.
Because I have been bullying Ryan for years, who's
Right.
a player at our table, and I think one of your friends turns against you. That would be mine.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Fucking who doesn't love a wish? You're granted 1d4 wishes using the Queen of what?
It's the Moon Tarot card. So
Yeah, the Moon Tarot card.
yeah, you get granted 1d4 wishes. I would
Fuck
like
it.
1d4
Why not?
wishes, but obviously, me being a very good bloke, I would wish for a sort of end of world hunger.
But I probably deserve the Jester, which is to wait, not the Jester, the Idiot, to lose intelligence. See, look, it's happening already. Permanent drain.
I would ask Satan Claus for a major magic weapon,
Yes.
obviously, to scare the shit out of people.
Major magic weapon. Are you a military guy?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. Yeah. It's
but the
Friday.
But the one I probably deserve is
Immediately lose all wealth and real property.
that too. But the one I probably deserve is body functions, but soul is trapped elsewhere.
Oh no! Oh, very un-Merry Christmas. Well, this has been sad. I like that, James. You were trying to answer with the one to lose intelligence and couldn't even say it.
I did.
I feel like it's already happened.
See, look, and even he forgot that I already made that joke.
Yeah.
So,
It's contagious.
Judge Matthew, he says, do you write/use highlighters in your RPG books, or do you keep them perfect?
Perfect.
All right, good. Yeah, I have recently started buying an extra copy with real money and using highlighters and making notes. in it.
Yeah, but that's because you're smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You keep one perfect and then fuck the other.
Smart lad.
Yes.
Hey, that's man.
Smart lad.
But don't get like them like really expensive ones.
Tis a man.
like I would never do it in Cyberpunk Red, for example,
Yeah, that's it.
You can't.
or Dungeons and Dragons, because that costs over £7,000.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
Tizer Man, he says, biggest Christmas RPG related disappointment. Alton Towers. Next. No, I don't know if I've ever had an RPG related Christmas disappointment.
No, we always have funny games at Christmas.
Yeah, but I mean, like, have you ever like got something and then it's been like, oh, this is actually rubbish? or-
I'll tell you what.
yeah, same here. I haven't either.
No. Here's something. It's just I'm wearing a 3T RPG T-shirt from back in the tabletop twat naming days, and when we went to Dragon Meet, and then we fucked up on the time.
Yeah, I mean, but let's not point fingers.
That we were disappointed.
were
The
disappointed.
group was disappointed.
That's true, and it was around Christmas time.
That's
Yeah,
true.
because it's December and it's RPG related.
We went to McDonald's in anger.
Somebody
Go back to Mac in anger.
yes, Oasis. Oh. Well, yeah, that was disappointing. Sorry about that.
we're like, oh no. We're like, oh, best go home then.
Fuck it.
Yeah,
we didn't know,
It was
did we?
still fun though.
Yeah,
And
oh,
we,
yeah, it
we
was.
played a bit of Munchkin.
Just got drunk. Yeah.
So this one's a bit weird, right? This next question: Thief
Okay.
of Whispers. It says, "Would you allow the following spells in your game? If not, why are you a pussy?" Now, what I don't understand is where these came from, because he sent an image like it was in a book, and it said the 2021 list of banned spells, and I think it was for D&D.
Okay.
But I don't know where that image comes from. So, Thief of Whispers, please explain more if
Yeah.
you do. Unending penis barrage. Summon Ketamine Ape, Greater Baja Blast, Transmute Idaho,
What the fuck?
and Homoerotic Vortex. These seems like ones that is he on that AI?
What is Greater Baja Blast?
Baja Blast. I think a Baja Blast is like a Jamaican drink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think so. I know, wouldn't it? It would be for the Bahamas, not Jamaica.
Yeah, I would 100% allow Summon Ketamine Ape.
That sounds wicked. It'd be so slow.
Well, I don't know why that reminded. Well, I do know why it reminded me, but I've had an idea for an adventure for ages called Attack of the Chimpanzees. I don't know what to do with it, but it's just a title at the moment.
Yeah.
I did think what would be cool is if it was a 1920s adventure where you are on a yacht in the middle of the ocean, and it's all these like people with loads of money are doing a summoning right that night, and accidentally someone pours some champagne on it, and then these like half champagne, half chimpanzee creatures, so it's the
Popping out the bottle,
and then it's like trying to get off the boat.
We've spoken about this before. This has been in the lab for a long time.
Yeah, so is the Christmas adventure we were supposed to release this
Oh
year.
yeah, fuck yeah.
It's my fucking fault, man. I'm so bad with all of the products these last couple of years. We're gonna do
We'll
one.
talk about this.
We're
in the
going to do
outro.
one. Yes.
Yeah.
Got
Well,
some
anyway,
resos.
that was
got some resos. Go on.
what does a rezo mean?
Resolution.
Oh, got a couple of rezos, mate. Yeah, it's rezo. By the way, have more prosecco if you want it.
Oh,
No, I'm
quite a bit.
I'm driving.
All right. Well, that is it for Electro Letters. Thank you very much for sending them in. Really good ones this time, like answering the Christmas ones.
Yeah, Merry Fuckmas,
Have a great fucking Christmas.
you fucks.
All right, let's go to the outro.
I'm attacking the darkness. Fine.
So that is it for another awards show, and that is it for another year. We're going to talk a little bit about our plans for next year.
Well, obviously, one plan that we're
Chimpanzees.
definitely going to do is we're going to release more than one product.
Yes.
We're definitely,
Definitely
and,
gonna release
and
a
it's not
product.
going to be a joke one that I found on my hard drive.
No, we're
Yeah,
doing
but there's
something.
been a lot of ideas floating around. Like me and
we've got
Harrison
loads of
brought stuff
ideas,
up, and like
yeah.
you said, oh fucking, that's been up for ages. There's loads of stuff in the lab, as Nick calls it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got honestly shitloads of ideas, but no.
Drive,
Yeah,
no patching, no fucking.
No, it's fine. We're booking some brainstorming sessions. next year.
I think we should just go to the pub one day and just get the entire thing hashed out.
Yeah.
a whole day.
It's a great idea.
Wait, not to the pub. Wait, that.
No, it's got to be the
Cause
pub.
chaos.
No, that's where the best ideas come.
That's where the
mate.
magic happens.
What about because between the three of us, we came up with a pretty good Jesus-based Christmas
Yeah.
medieval adventure, right?
Yeah.
And I think that was genius, and most of it was done while
Oh,
I'd
because
had a
we have
couple
to
of beers.
release that. We actually said we were going to release that.
Yeah, I know we did.
For fuck's sake!
But
You
it's-
still got Testament.
It's fucking 12th of December. Yeah, I've got it, but
You
Jesus
still got-
isn't
you
in it.
still
It's
got
Old
it.
Testament.
Look, we're not going to pump it out before then.
No.
Well, exactly. So that's my fucking point.
We'll
But
go to the
but
pub. We'll put everything in
What if
down.
we do? Wait. What if we do it for just 1 minute a day until this time next year?
Okay. Okay.
I honestly don't think I'll be able to keep that up.
Okay, look, we'll book out an actual sesh.
Yeah, let's do it.
And then,
We'll do-
and then once we've
We
got
owe it.
once
Now that we've
got
said
the
it on
blueprint
here-
down, yeah,
We're locked in.
yeah.
Well, that goes with the
Technically.
same of
We
everything
will
else that we
publish
said
some
we
shit.
publish.
We
and
will
haven't.
publish some shit in 2022.
It's going to be some
Okay,
shit.
yeah, we will.
That's all we can do.
also-
Coming soon, some shit.
Some shit coming.
Actual plays.
Yes.
So that is coming. The unfortunate thing is that I was given misleading information by the Kickstarter.
Yeah, explain exactly. Yeah, explain from the beginning why there's been a delay. Because
So
it's not
we-
actually us not doing them.
No, we wanted to start a couple of months ago, but we basically said that our next idea is going to be Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea 3rd edition. We're going to do a sort of He-Man-ish barbarian type thing, and that was going to be our next actual plan. There's a kind of cool twist to it, but yeah, what ended up happening is that I thought that they basically had it ready to go because
Yeah.
they had sample products on the video that they
Yep.
were showing off, but they didn't, and it's still fucking going. I keep getting emails. It's going to be another bloody Weird Frontiers, and I don't know at this point if we should just start something else. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Because at this point, like, I don't want it to be another 4 months before we even start something.
Well, why
else.
don't
And
we
I've got
try
other
and
good
do-
ideas.
Yeah, exactly. Why don't we have a chat then? Because we could always put together, even if it's
Do
not
a
like
one-shot
a
something.
6-episoder, maybe we could do a 3-episoder.
Yeah, that'd be-
or
that'd
just
be
to
cool.
tide
Yeah,
us
yeah,
over.
yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? And
We
then
can bring back Wizard Cops.
Wizard Cops would be good. That's another promise we
Yeah,
broke.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
So-
but we could do a 3-episode.
We've got all
Wizard
these
Cops.
things for that already.
Let's do a
I know,
free
yeah.
Let's do a free episode. What? So pending the bloody book that
yeah.
we're waiting for,
Something
maybe
may
we can
come
knock up
sooner.
some mini ones.
Definitely. I think
But
one of you two should GM one.
But FYI,
Yeah, I'm up for it. Yeah, 100%.
the edits, it's a lot more difficult with a newborn son.
Yeah, so
Yeah, true.
the likelihood is that I'm going to do kind of with it going forward. I'm going to do like the ambient sounds, the music cues, and the editing, and then I'm probably only going to include most like complicated sound effects during the fight scene.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. But it'll still, have actual production value,
Absolutely,
which is,
absolutely.
rare in this. So that is it for next year, and we've also got a couple of ideas coming up. I'm going to do an episode on using real, quote unquote, magic in D&D, and we're going to do an episode of how to cheat.
Yes.
at RPGs.
yeah.
That's
That's it.
That's wicked one.
Yep.
So that you don't do it, obviously.
Okay,
But
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but how to literally cheat. at
Okay.
D&D.
Yeah, like the best
How
way.
to
so
break
that, so
the
that if
game.
you're a DM, you can look out for these things. Those are two episodes we've got, and we've got obviously we're going to try and make the AI spells into actual spells.
Absolutely, that's a good one.
But yeah, I want to say a thank you to all the patrons who donated this year. As I said earlier, I would be freezing cold right now if not for you. It's actually too warm in this room.
No, it's not.
Right?
It's cozy now, but that's it's a first.
That's 3 blokes.
The TV's on.
Yep.
Not
Well,
right now, but I mean it's been on, which is
It's
good.
been on,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I've been putting my hobs on 24/7 to keep the house warm.
Yeah. The lights are on all the time.
All that Patreon money, mate.
Yep. Oh,
Oh,
God,
but
yeah.
blowing the electric.
I've bathed in champagne. Well, not champagne.
Carver, but it was
electrics.
nice.
Dry cider. Unbranded. So thank you very much to everyone that donated this year.
Absolutely.
We really, really do appreciate it, and it is your money that's made this show a lot better. A lot of the costs, especially when it comes to the actual plays, there are like little hidden costs. If I need, because the annoying thing is that you two sometimes do very specific things for which a sound doesn't exist.
Yeah,
And
so
then-
he has to fucking
So then I
trawl
have to
through a
go on to-
library for hours.
and then I've like a lot of the sounds I've bought them because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah, you have
to.
do I have the sound of somebody shoving a cross on top of a guy's bum? No, it was a crumpet, wasn't it?
The crumpet, yeah.
Well, I didn't have what I need because I had squelchy sounds, right? But what I needed was like a like that, like it's being punched in, and I could only find one that I had to pay for. So. Anyway, yeah, thank you to everyone. Thank you as well to our Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Without his help, well,
You know.
you know, we'd all be speaking German.
And no one
right
have any
now,
wine.
You know what I mean? And obviously we're quite high profile now. So
Who's that?
Oh,
you
Your
don't actually
Majesty!
oh, Nick's gone to actually open the door.
He's had some Prosecco.
Hello, it's me, the Queen Elizabeth II.
Hello, Your Majesty.
I just want to say to all of our soldiers out there playing D&D, good job.
Anything else?
Where's the wine?
You want some Prosecco
if you want.
It's like
It's
quarter
cheap,
of a bottle
sorry.
left.
It's also very cheap. I've never seen a screw cap bottle of Prosecco before, but we found one,
you
Your
go.
Highness.
Hope you enjoy.
Lovely. I don't like that expensive shit anyway.
Do you want a glass or straight out the bottle?
A bottle, please.
Okay, let me pop it open for you.
Doing your own Foley work there. Oh, she's just flown away. I didn't realise she had that power. But,
Magic.
right, see you later.
See you
See you,
later.
Your Majesty. Nice knickers.
Well, that was a fittingly rubbish sketch to send off the year.
Yeah.
Right,
Thank
bye,
you.
lot. You lot.
Look,
Bye, lot.
listen, everyone.
Bye, lot.
Listen, bye, lot. Have a great year. Have a great year.
great-
Hope
have
you've
great
had.
Christmas.
I hope you've had an all right year.
Have a great Kwanzaa.
Have a great thing.
Happy Hanukkah. But
Yeah.
also Happy Hanukkah, Chan.
Yeah.
Hanukkah.
Hope you open lots of presents and
I hope none of them are grenades.
yeah.
Or poison. Or porn books.
Puppies are good.
I'm leaning back now, so I'm far away from my microphone.
Microphone.
Puppies are good, but not for fucking Christmas.
Happy holidays. That's another one.
Happy holidays. What's the gay holiday called?
Holidays.
Well, I'm trying to include everyone in this. Happy holidays. All right, I've
See you
been
next
Harrison
year.
Hunt.
I've been Nick Lamb Slice.
And I've been James Pumpkin. Bitch.
Shut up!
Sorry, Your Majesty.
She's still there, floating around outside.
Sorry, love. All right, see you later. Bye.
Christmas.